All right, I believe we're live. We should be feeding out to the folks out there. If you guys can hear us, let us know how the audio's coming in here, whether my audio's good or not, as well as well, Vince, go ahead and talk. Let's see if your audio's coming through to the folks out there.
Hey, Hank. Hey, Lola. How's it going?
All right, there you go. Um, all right, so first things first here, I want to remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for our email list there, look around the site. You guys can see all the different ways you can support us, different platforms we're on. For example, we're here live on Utreon. That allows us to, show you guys guns. So YouTube does not allow us to do that, so we're going live on Utreon, and then later on, we're going to put this up on YouTube. Here, let me show you. This is my old school now. Can I get it? There you go. Old school PPQ Navy. But yeah, so we can show that kind of stuff. We can handle it here on Utreon, and it's easy. You just go to utreon.com. Look for the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. We do this Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Otherwise, it'll be up on YouTube tomorrow. Also, we'll rip the audio and throw it up on iTunes and all your favorite places to listen to audio podcasts from. I think we're like on Audible, Podbean, you name it, we're on there, including you can find the podcast on hankstrange.com. All right, that being said here, I am going to kick off the show. We're just going to jump right into it here. Uh, let's do this.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not so free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, I don't even know what that was about there. All right, here we go. Vince, we are live. We are feeding out to the folks. We'll try to get the jazz hands going to get us pumped up. You guys out there need to get us pumped
Nope.
up. No, where's the jazz hands? No
Nope.
jazz hands, Vince. You're
Not
not.
today, Hank.
Oh, you're protesting the jazz hands? What?
Oh, man. Yeah. I feel like I'm in a Seinfeld episode. Are you setting me up, man?
No, no. Come on. We're taking it back from the terrorists. You've done this before. Can't look. Okay,
Taking
look.
it back from the
We're
terrorists?
taking back Jack. We're taking back jazz hands from the terrorists. I've only been doing this for years. Okay, look. How about
Right.
this? How about a Walther Arms
Tight.
jazz hands? How about that?
All
Does
right.
that? Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. There you go.
All right.
All right. See, uh, Vince is one of those extra super macho guys. I guess he can't do jazz hands.
No, I'm just super extra, man. Like, I don't,
Uh,
that's why I don't have a girlfriend. I'm just too much.
right. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll have to dig into that here as we get into the show. This is, I hope you guys have your big girl panties on out there. This is episode 872 of the Who Moved My
Damn.
Freedom podcast. And my guest is Vincent Mann of Walther Arms. Vincent, what's up, man?
Yeah. All the things, Hank. What was
Not
your
your
last
jazz
podcast?
hands,
I didn't catch
obviously.
your.
Not your jazz hands.
Yeah, I'm working on them for next time, man.
Yeah,
Like I
okay.
said, hopefully mid to late April, I can come back on and talk about this new monster thing we're getting ready to launch. But
Mhm.
what was your last podcast on? Who was your last guest? I didn't catch the last one. I try to
Oh,
catch most of them.
so last night we had Roy Hill of
Okay,
um of
nice.
of oh my god, I'm totally Brownells. I don't know. This is how messed up I am right now, man. My brain is actually
Yeah, you
not
said
working
you're
right.
under the weather.
Yeah, we're gonna need some energy from the folks out there. So we had my friend Roy from Brownells, and then we also had Rolando of Locked and Loaded Latinos. I always get it mixed up, but they have a
Nice.
podcast, and we also had Kevin Dixie of No Other Choice, and Brownells was doing the first inaugural Second Amendment Day. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, man.
Yeah. So
We've been
yes,
we've been buried nose deep. That's really interesting. I'm sorry I missed that.
yeah. So yesterday was 2/22/22.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good
Brownells,
rimfire day.
right, exactly. So Brownells decided to kick off what they call Second Amendment Day. It's gonna go forward from here. Let's see if I could get something up there for the folks who don't know about this, or maybe didn't see the show or hear us talk about it. So Brownells inaugural 2A Day was yesterday, and so yeah, we had Roy on, and actually Kevin Dixie was in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, and he was doing a range day with which Brownells had some stuff like that going on. So Kevin Dixie was doing one, and he joined us live in the beginning, and then we were just talking about stuff, showing guns.
That's awesome. I wish we would have kind of known about that. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe next year will be big enough for people to invite us to, maybe
Do you
sponsor
know?
a
Do you
show
know
at some
Roy? I
point.
can give you Roy's info because Brownells would like
I'd love
to
that.
work with people. Yeah.
I'd love that. I
Yeah.
just wish 222 was different month, man. It's kind of cold outdoor range time, but again, big boy pants, and
Yeah. Well.
that's why God invented Gore-Tex.
Yeah, exactly. Where are you? Lola is telling me I need to go through all the different things. I'm trying to remember the last time you were on. It's probably been a while at this point.
Six
Can't
to
remember.
8 months, maybe something like
Was
that. Time
was it
flies,
six?
though.
Was it 6 to 8 months? Really? Okay.
I let me
It might. It feels like
because
6 years,
attempted to
Vince.
schedule
It
a
feels like
while
years at
back.
this point. Yeah. What was the episode number you were on? I would like to know. Or Lola, if you're hearing, you could look that up.
I'm
And
searching my email real quick for the
yeah.
last.
But you
God,
guys, you're all based somewhere really cold, obviously.
Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Oh, there you
Um,
go. That would be cold.
Actually, I rode my motorcycle last weekend, but now there's the ground's covered with snow and it's freezing
Hmm.
rain. So I'm sure
Mm.
it'll clear up next week or something. Actually, I think next Friday
Hmm.
it's supposed to be 60s and 70s again. So it's pretty mild.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I can imagine how it is out there. So, a couple of things we need to get into here before we get into stuff, and you guys can feel free to give us questions and all that for Walther Arms. We'll definitely get to those questions. Walther does sponsor the podcast here. We appreciate that. They've been doing it for years. So probably since the last time Vincent was on. I'm gonna have to look this up
Yeah.
now myself and figure out when was the last time we had someone on. But I don't think it was last year. I'm trying to remember. But the years have just blurred, man. There's
Hmm.
too much craziness going on. So, so Lola wants to know, like, what do you do at Walther Arms for the people out there who don't know?
Funny you should ask. We've changed quite a bit since the last time we've been on. I pretty much was doing social media and stuff like that last time. I'm now, you ready for this, the
Okay.
senior digital marketing
Ooh,
manager. That's like
ooh.
four, when you put four words in it, it's just kind of like, it's a big ego move. But
Yeah, yeah.
everything from media buying through currently still social,
Hmm.
different programs, the T&E stuff. God, we're such a small company still. It's tough
Right.
to kind of, sum all that up with a generic title of what a lot of companies use. I mean, we currently have 5.5 people on in our marketing department, and
Oh, okay. And marketing alone. That's not
that's
bad.
yeah, yeah.
That's not bad in the
So,
marketing department, to be honest with you.
well, one of
I've
them
heard of
is a
worse.
web guy.
Uh-huh.
One's a web guy. The Haley is pretty much a catch-all. She does everything, including a little bit of graphics. So Chris is the newest addition. Chris Long, who is also Canon 762 on Instagram, and that boy is a shooter. Um, you check him out. I mean,
Chris
he
Long.
invented the Vice Card Challenge. If you're familiar with the Vice Card Challenge,
No, let me see. I'll pull.
but
I'll pull him up. You said Can
CANNON and then 762 all together.
seven
But he
six two.
does the creative content. He's currently managing the divisions, the Walther Defense Division,
Oh, there you
shooting
go.
team, which is basically
I'll
the
follow
T1
right there.
Performance Division.
Oh,
We
somebody's
got
got a
another surprise
G-Wagon.
coming that way. He just went out to Texas
Oh, is that
for an event.
Noir's? Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, I
Is
believe so.
Oh, that's Noir's G-Wagon. Ooh, nice.
It could be.
I
It
don't,
might
yeah,
not. I don't want
I could be
to
wrong on that.
speak
I
out
could
of
be wrong on
school.
that. Yeah. Um,
But
I think he
he
has a
posts
G-Wagon. I could
training,
be wrong.
shooting.
Yeah.
He's Coleon came down a few months ago, and we met with him, and I think
Hmm.
that's when he picked up his Meister manufacturer. I think it's a black tie he's got, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, he's really down to earth. He has kind of got that Superman thing where he takes off his hat and nobody recognizes him.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so.
Well, because yeah, when that hat comes off, Noir, you could tell. I don't know a good way to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. He looks very African when that hat comes off.
Without the
That's what.
flat brim, the flat brim
That's
is
what,
part of it. Yeah, it's part of his brand at this point,
that,
man.
that's that Nigeria. I think Noir's Nigerian, right? I think that's what his family is from Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, which I used to live in
Yeah, no,
Nigeria,
no.
and Lola's from
Really?
Ghana. I don't think, yeah, Lola's from Ghana. I don't think he's Ghanaian. I think his parents were Nigerian, if I'm not mistaken. Noir, but you
Okay.
see it when that hat comes off, you see it.
I mean, I'm 100% Korean, but people really don't pick that up a lot. I mean,
You're Korean.
I'm a liar.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
That's what I was
Scottish
about.
and Irish.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you want to identify as Korean, I'm not gonna. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate
I
on
take a
you.
walk at night and I get moonburned because my
Yeah.
mom couldn't marry anybody with
I,
melanin, so I
I
just
was
get
about to say
sunburned. I go
you're
from
the
pink to
first.
pale.
Yeah, I don't typically see not naturally blonde. Let's see. Let's take a look here.
That's gray, man. That's why I'm
Yeah.
the
Okay.
senior digital
Yeah.
marketing manager.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Noir's cool. I saw and I wasn't jealous at all, man, of seeing Noir visiting the factory and building guns with you guys. I wasn't jealous at all. But
Man,
I was
honestly, you
very
can't be
jealous.
jealous. He said he had to go take a personal call, and then he disappeared for a couple hours. We came back. He built 2 different PPKs and had
Hmm.
a Meister by the time he left. It's not. We didn't really do him any favors, so not a big
Uh,
deal.
I was pretty jealous.
Yeah.
Someone at Walther got text from me when I was like, "Oh, where was my invite? I've never been invited over there. That's okay. I'm not mad.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
doesn't hurt.
where?
It doesn't hurt my
Where are
feelings.
you?
I'm in Florida. Yeah,
Super free state.
but
Nice.
I'm always on the road. See, look, I'm actually broadcasting. Let me see if I could. Let's see if I could show this here. I'm gonna switch over to. Let me see if I could switch to my phone, and then I could give you guys a little, or give you a little peek in here at the van. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. There's my light right there. You see this van? See right up front there? That
You want to
is
adopt me, man?
that. See that? That's the driver. So right behind me here, this is the window. See this? Look at me wearing a PD. You know, this is Coleon Noir sitting in his van with a PDP shirt on. And wait, you guys
Dude,
can see.
I didn't
Hold
know
on, you
this
guys
was
can
a
see.
pants-free
You guys
podcast.
can see.
Dude,
You
let
guys
me
can
get,
see
hang on.
you guys can see the shorts there. Wait, hold on.
About to get it
Oh, you
comfortable.
taking your oh, okay. Listen, worse things have happened. Worse things. I don't feel good, man. I don't feel good, so I gotta wear. I don't even wear shorts typically, but that should be an illustration to people of the kinds of
Hey,
fevers that are running through my body.
if you need a driver, all right, here's something. You ready
Uh-huh.
for a little personal information of Vince Mann?
Sure.
And I
Okay.
don't ever refer to myself in third person, so that
Oh
was
boy.
stupid. But
Okay.
for about 11, nearly 12 years, I was in a band. I won't tell you the name of the band, but
Hmm.
we toured. I've been to like 43, more than about 46 of the states in the U.S., Germany, Warped Tour, stuff like that. And so I was on tour 250 to 300 days a year. So I drove a a van or a Sprinter van with
Sprinter.
a trailer, like you're talking like
Mhm.
38 plus feet. I can parallel park on a hill in San Francisco with a van and a trailer. So hey, man,
Oh,
I
sweet.
mean, holler at me if you need a driver, man.
Absolutely. I will. So I'm always in the van. I travel. By the way, I can't tell that you're a music guy from, looking at all those actual records behind you does not indicate that you're
I
big
mean,
into
don't let the
music
jazz
at all.
records fool you. We pretty much played Korean traditional music because of my
Mm,
background. Me and Hwansik are actually like second cousins. Hwansik Kim on our shooting team. He's from
okay.
Korea too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wait, I don't know if you're serious. Did you play some kind of Korean
Not at
music?
all.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna take anything you say seriously at this point. Uh, but yeah, listen. You know
Sorry.
what? I have traveled all over the country. You guys are in Arkansas. I'm pretty sure I've
Yeah.
driven this van through Arkansas. You
Hmm.
know, so I think I got this van about a little over a year ago. And one of the things I do with it is, travel out in the country and go places to do stuff. I also have a separate channel where I talk mostly about Class B vans. It's called Stranger Palooza. And
Okay.
it's actually blown up because, YouTube is suppressing all the gun stuff, but the van
Oh,
stuff,
for sure. To have a
yeah.
second avenue that doesn't have firearms mentioned, that's a win, man.
Yeah.
What kind of van is it? What brand, if I can ask? Is it a
So,
Sprinter or is it?
so my van is a Ford Transit. It's one of the new Ford Transit vans.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Spent some loot to get that thing up like that.
yeah, well, this particular one was built by, and I'm looking for some pictures so I could share with
Like
you.
an
This
Outlander crew.
It was built actually by Coachman in Indiana.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So, they're the ones that built it up, and it is the transit vans have the 350 HD engines in it, which is the twin turbo
Okay.
V6, same engine that's in the Raptor.
Yeah,
So
that's solid.
yeah, and it's also all-wheel drive.
Do you have any sort of solar on there with storage?
Well, yeah, I've got solar panels. I've got two of the flexible solar panels up there. I also have a generator. I also have about very close to 600 amp hours of lithium
Oh,
on
that's
board.
sick. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I could plug in. So like right now, I'm at my place and I'm plugged in. But I could go on the road. The van driving will charge up those batteries. I could run everything in the van just off the batteries. So the thing that pulls the most power, I would say, would be my AC. I could probably run that for about 7 hours, just off the batteries.
Wow. That's
And
that's more than enough sleep, especially in a van, man.
yeah, yeah. So, and then I could kick on a generator if I need to, right, to
Hmm.
recharge. So I do a lot of I travel around the country doing van stuff as well as the gun stuff. I visited Brownells because
Rude.
they invited
Walther's
me
in
out there.
Portsmouth.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're invited.
Walther doesn't invite me out there, which
I
is
mean, we
pretty
support the
terrible.
podcast. Don't be needy, Hank. Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm
man.
sorry. I
Dude, all you
can't.
gotta do is ask.
I can't
I
help it,
mean,
man.
if you need to be invited,
When
you
I put
invite me.
on my
Invite me.
YouTubes and I see Coleon Noir building a PPK, a black PPK with the walnut grips, yeah,
Oh,
I get pretty.
I didn't know this is
No,
going to be so high maintenance, man. This is a hit
no,
piece. Just wanted to do a podcast, man.
no. Actually, it was pretty cool stuff.
No, I mean
I'm a big fan
we
of.
can
I'm a
make
big fan of
something
noir.
sweet happen.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of noir. I would like to. I'm skimming right. I'm skimming through all my. Oh, here, let me show you this actually. So I got some photos here I can share with you. Last time, I think this is from Vail, Colorado, and this was last year, and I got stuck out there in a snowstorm in my van. So there's my van right there.
Is that an awning on the side there too,
Yeah, yeah,
or no? Okay,
yeah. That's an
nice.
awning. Yeah.
My
So
buddy's got a version of that on his FJ. Those are pretty useful.
yeah, yeah. Probably has like a Batwing type of thing on the FJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, FJs are awesome, man.
I wish they
FJ.
didn't stop making them. I heard they had it's like what 40, 50,000 mile. There was some sort of issue, but that style was awesome, and they shouldn't have made the top of all of them white either. I know there's some limited editions that didn't have that like white roof on it.
Yeah, my brother. I wonder how. Yeah, I have to check into how many of those they made with that. That was two tone or whatever with the roof. My brother does have an FJ, and I think his is like a stick shift and everything, which is one of
Yeah,
the high value ones.
I got it right.
Hmm.
One of my buddies, when I used to live in California, he, I mean, I'm not sure what year it is, but he's been doing climbing and overland stuff in his. I mean, he's sunk some loot into it, changed out the wheel wells and, got the lift and all that stuff. And it's
Yeah,
just a great looking vehicle. It feels like a cockpit when you're inside it.
they literally don't make stuff like that anymore, and that's why
No.
now some of them I've seen go up to like 50 grand. And
Yeah,
I
they're making everything very consumer based and pedestrian now. It's
yeah,
not, and if you want something that's more advanced, you're gonna have to come out of pocket and just build it afterwards. Which obviously the aftermarket's a huge thing, just like it is in the gun industry. I
hmm
mean, Magpul designed the Masada and stuff like that, but I mean, it's smarter for them to not be in guns and just do accessories. It's one of those kind of like, man, nobody's, how many drawers and blue buckets do you have full of AR parts that you're not using anymore because you changed them out or didn't like them, or
hmm
I mean,
hmm
that's a good model.
Yeah, I think we're living in a world now where so the FJ is still a for real off road vehicle,
Oh
and
yeah.
not too many companies are making those anymore. They're still so. For example, Toyota's still making Tundras and Tacomas, and even the Forerunner, which are all good off road stuff, and you still have Jeeps and all that. But I think we're starting to see a lot of that go away. So just
Right.
real tough.
Tacoma there's a cult around those things. I
Yeah,
mean, for good reason. Those things run forever.
yeah.
I mean, great engine. Very reliable.
Hmm.
Look at the desert. Look at Afghanistan and the Middle East.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. Okay, there you go. my what? Wait, what? My bad on that interruption there. Check this out.
No.
That's my van in Reno. So I went to Reno. Battleborn batteries are the batteries I have in my van,
Mm-hmm.
and Battleborn slash Dragonfly is located in Reno. So there you go.
Is that dually rear?
Yeah. Yep. All-wheel drive
Wow,
dually.
that's crazy.
I got some rims on there. Those
I
are
was gonna say,
Method
you gonna,
Racing.
instead of those steps, put some sliders on that thing, or what? Put
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bull guard on the front of that thing.
Oh,
You
for
don't
sure.
need it, but I mean,
Oh,
it
wait a
looks
second.
sweet.
I need it. I
You do
totally need
need it. You have a ladder on the back too.
it. No, I do have a ladder for the back. I just haven't gotten a chance to get the ladder on.
Mount it, yeah.
I have something called a
There's a
backpack on the
YouTube
back.
video, a how-to YouTube video for you, man.
Yeah,
Mount that thing.
I'm doing some videos on that. I'm not the only. There's a couple of gun guys out there that are doing this kind of stuff. So I think Talansai or Talante, I'm not sure how to say it.
Yeah,
He
that
does
guy's.
stuff.
I used to watch his gun videos all the time. I like that dude.
Yeah, he's doing some stuff. There was a guy that I met in Las Vegas last year. I went to the SEMA show in Vegas,
The
and
the
I
multicam Toyota, last line of defense, Mike,
last
or
yes, last line of defense. Oh, do you
he's
know?
all yeah, dude,
Okay,
he's awesome, and he's good friends with Gun DMC, who's another really Danny Choi. He's
okay.
both great dudes. I think Danny might even do a little bit of photography for him, but
Hmm.
yeah, the Mike from Last Line of Defense has got that. He multicam that. Was it a Tacoma or a Tundra? I'm not sure. I think it's a
He did
Tacoma,
a
but
no at the show. He had a Tacoma.
yeah,
He's done
he's
a
got a
bunch of
vintage
vehicles.
one. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a vintage Tacoma too, I think, or Forerunner. I'm not sure.
he's got a bunch of different vehicles, because at the show I saw like a big, oh my god, I don't even know if I took pictures from the show of that, but I did see that he had like one of the big pickup trucks that he did something
Mm-hmm.
with, because there's a video I have that he's actually in that video. He's photobombing me in the video, and then at the end of it,
Okay.
we're teasing him. But yeah, he's done a bunch of different really cool builds, and I think he just got a Sprinter, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Um,
He used to do a ton. I was just talking to Canon 762, the Chris Long, our content manager, and
mhm,
uh he's familiar with Mike, Last Line of Defense, as well. He did a ton of gun videos, concealed carry,
mhm,
holster video,
mhm.
like very good content. But again, I'm guessing there's probably some sort of separation to keep kind of the two, being able to. I don't know if he's necessarily monetizing or sponsorships on the overland type stuff, but it is good to have two worlds. I mean, most of the
Yeah,
guys doing overland or adventure type stuff are carrying firearms as well. I mean,
yeah.
in that kind of a thing, you're traveling across the country, even van life type stuff. You're gonna want to stay
Defend yourself.
strapped and be able
Yeah,
to protect yourself. Yeah.
absolutely. I found that. So like I said, doing the gun stuff, especially if you talk about politics and things like that, like I do,
Hmm.
YouTube really comes down on you. But the weird juxtaposition of that is the channel where we do this van stuff has like blown up pretty quick. I don't think subscriber numbers matter that much, and over there we maybe
Hmm.
have 13 or 14,000 subscribers. But I think we do something like 450,000 views, 500,000 views a month.
It's a
Um,
passionate community, and again, you don't. A lot of people who follow that they may not do that type of stuff for a living, but the fantasy of wanting to live that kind of life is very intriguing to people. Are you
yeah,
familiar with on Instagram Taylor Abney Adventures?
no.
Okay, she is basically sold all her stuff and
Hmm.
is living the van life right now and kind of traveling all over the country.
Hmm.
She's a phenomenal shooter. I think she was nominated for a Gundy as well, but
Taylor
she's
Abney. Were you at the
she's
Gundies?
yeah. No,
Oh,
we
okay.
weren't able to attend, man.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
she's working on her website and getting her blog up. But like stuff like she's a single female who travels. She's obviously really good with firearms. I mean, she's got the truck gun,
Okay, here
handgun,
I'll
stuff like
show
that. But
everyone the. There you go. There's
yeah,
the Instagram that we're
and
talking about. I'll
she's
follow
got
it.
tips. She's got tips for people. That's like if you're a female traveling alone, set up yourself like two chairs when you set it up. Maybe she's put
Yeah,
her
don't look like
boyfriend's
you're
boots
alone.
out before
Yeah.
next to the yeah, man.
Okay.
So I
Oh, they
mean,
have
she's
a.
living the life.
Okay, so they have a trailer.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks
I
like it.
don't know if they're doing the trailer right now, but I know she
Oh,
was
okay.
doing the van for a long time. The trailer might be a new thing,
Okay. Yeah, it looks
but
like cool stuff that they've got on there. Yeah,
yeah.
I have found what you're saying to be true. You know, and I don't like on that channel. I try to avoid getting deep into the gun stuff over there. I'm not hiding
But
it or
you're
anything like that.
speaking to the silent majority when you're talking to those people because those people are carrying firearms too. And I
Yeah.
mean, my personal social media, I don't post hardly anything of what I have firearms wise. I have
Hmm.
a big one of my Instagram accounts is only my music and artistic friends who probably would hate the fact that I work for a firearms company. But
Uh huh.
you know, I mean, there's a lot of quiet people out there, and they have hobbies other than firearms too, because everybody's dynamic. So your other ventures, like that's smart, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I if you ask me to put out statistics and it's not scientific, but at least 70% of the people I come across are gun owners. I don't know their political
Okay,
persuasion. It doesn't really bother
right,
me. I don't, care about that stuff generally with
right,
people. As long as you're cool and respectful, I'm cool and
yeah.
respectful with
What you
folks.
believe is not my business. That has nothing
Yeah,
to do with
yeah.
me. Yeah.
But I don't hide it either. When people ask me, I talk to them about it. But I found
Yeah.
so the other day I was in one like the place where I bought my van from, and I do a lot of videos with those guys on vans over there. And there was a
Hmm.
couple that was in there picking up their van, and the husband was a doctor. I think the wife was a like interior decorator, and we got into talking about stuff. And they asked me, "Well, what do you do? You know, what's your thing?" And I told them that I'm a advocate for the Second Amendment. I'm a gun guy, all of that. And they're like, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're into guns too." So
Wow.
there's a lot. I
Yeah.
come across people like that all the time. A lot of retired military people get into the
Mhm.
van world and travel around.
I mean, how
Folks in law
awesome would it be
enforcement.
for you to work with or basically around the style vehicle you have now and work with like a safe company or vault company to
Hmm.
develop something that fits into an existing area for that specific model. I mean, that would be cool.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be a
absolutely.
bad idea to be able to, especially when you have to spend, several hours outside of your van on location somewhere where you're not able to take your rifle or something with you. It'd be
Hmm.
nice. I'm sure you have your own storage solutions right now, but it'd be cool if
Hmm.
it was integrated and not obvious kind of a storage place. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know.
And we may do some videos like that. I definitely want to spend some time with some lawyers and have that discussion about safety when you're traveling around the country and what you can
Yeah.
legally do and all that. What happens if you actually get into something. You know,
Hmm.
but without a doubt, I find that there's a lot of folks out there, like you said, that are in the van life that are also into defending themselves. At least, maybe not crazy diehard gun guys like us. And then even a few weekends ago, I think like weekends ago, maybe Lola and I actually got our ham licenses. So now we
You're
got the
what?
ham radio, amateur
Oh,
radio.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of that stuff kind of ties in, like being able to travel. I find a lot of the folks who got into the van world like to be able to travel and not have to deal with the stupid, like flying rules and all that kind of stuff. It's one of the reasons why I bought a van.
Yeah. I would rather drive. I've talked to people at work who think I'm insane, but I'd rather drive from Fort Smith, Arkansas to Las Vegas for SHOT Show than fly. I
Yeah.
know I'm taking up 5 times as much time, but I like that freedom to move around, to stop when I want to. I don't like the restrictions. I mean,
Hmm.
there's an element of freedom to it. I mean that's kind of what. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're finding like-minded people, and
Yeah.
you're not surprised anymore when you share a lot of things from the Second Amendment to vehicles and storage, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? All that stuff is kind of tied together.
Yeah. From the beginning of 2021 up until now, I've not gotten on a plane.
Right.
And I've
There's
been getting
nothing
on
you can pay
planes
more
for a
money
long time.
for.
Well.
You can't pay more money for
Mhm.
anything on the planet that you have a worse experience unless you're, paying somebody on the dark web to kick you in the junk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're gonna have a horrible experience flying. I mean,
Yeah.
I do anyway.
I do. I mean, I've been flying since I was 5 years old. So,
Mhm.
but back in the beginning of this thing in the 70s, when I first got on, I think the first time I got on a plane was 1977, I want to say. Um,
Okay.
it's a completely different experience. They used to be happy that you got on the plane. They used to give you
Yeah.
gifts. They used to treat you like a king.
The pilot used to bring me wings and a model airplane, and I remember my mom in the smoking section of the airplane. Like, what is
Yeah.
that? Like, hell yeah, give me
Yeah.
that airplane.
Yeah, the food was good. It
Yeah,
was fun. It
people
was an
dressed
adventure.
up.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
you
was
didn't.
awesome.
You weren't kicking your shoes off and putting your smelly feet. And yeah, it was
Right.
a different animal altogether.
Yes. Today, completely different beast. They hate you. They hate you because they
Yeah,
have to deal with you. They hate you because they have to
give me a
take your
reason
money.
to kick you off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They tell
the
you all
worst.
these things that if you do this, and the other thing, that they're going to ban you for life.
Yeah.
We
Oh no,
save the airlines. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a round of funding that's going to come from the American people going to the
it's gonna
airlines pretty
have to.
soon. Yeah.
Right.
So, but I refuse to fly. So what happens? Like the last time, I didn't go to Vegas for SHOT Show, but I did go out there for the SEMA show, and I drove all the way out there. Like you said, I had adventures along the way and did a bunch of
Yep.
stuff. And then Lola,
There's a lot to see in America
mhm,
traveling. I mean, that
mhm,
was, like I said, I traveled 250 at least to 300, and that's conservative estimate. And I mean,
mhm.
46 plus states. There's stuff to see everywhere, and
Hmm.
you see, yet you still see people crammed into like Manhattan or Chicago, which I love the city too. Don't get me wrong, but for different
Hmm.
reasons. But why are you doing that when you can still buy a plot of land? You can buy. I saw something like 30 acres in Arizona for like $26,000. Yeah, you're gonna have to build an access road, and you might have to do certain things like that. But man, you don't have to live in a high rise. You can
Hmm.
have your own piece of this planet for
Yeah,
not much money.
absolutely.
People settle. My mom told me something. My mom's gone now. God bless you, mom. But she was
Yeah,
like,
sorry
if
to
you
hear
settle
that.
for less, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
that's, I mean, you are gonna get less if that's what you're willing to take. So, I mean, I
We
don't
can
know. I
live
choose more.
we can live in a different way now, and I completely
Yeah.
agree with you. I mean, I live like I'm living in farm country. I keep telling people I live in farm country here in
Why
Florida.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's
Right.
beautiful. The other day, I think yesterday we were showing pictures of like the cows, that
Hmm.
there's I don't have cows, but like right behind me here, I'll throw this picture up so I can show you guys. So right behind my range, if people look at my videos and they see we have a range there, we've got 6 acres, we've got some berms. One of them is dug down. So right behind my
Yeah.
range is 1,000 acre. It was a tree
Oh,
farm. They cut down all the trees, and now like they've got cows and stuff like that out there. That's where I live, man. I
grazing.
live in
Yeah.
this country. So
Yeah, man.
I love it. I live in a mobile home to be 100% frank with you, and my wife, who's a highly educated professional woman, years ago didn't want to
Hmm.
live in a mobile home, but I think she
I mean,
appreciates it
I get
nowadays.
it, but at the same time, I mean, and the fact that you're traveling so much, I got to pull something. You got to look something up here.
Hmm.
So, my brother's a very, he's a smart guy. He's a successful guy. But he's living currently in Seattle. He does like cybersecurity and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
he's got a beautiful home. Both his kids, just Josh and Maya. They both Josh just graduated M, boot camp in San Antonio, and
Hmm.
Maya is graduating this coming month. But it's ROOMBUS.com. Roombus. It looks like a container home, but
Hmm.
it's like a self-sustaining modern home where, I mean, you can unlock your doors with your phone. It's got solar power where I think the storage is up to 6 months or something like that on it. It's like a smart home, but again, there's three different models, and I think the most expensive model is called the Solo, and it's like 69,000 or something. But he's looking for land right now,
What is
and
it called?
he's
R
gonna put
O.
our roombus.com.
Oh, Roombus. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and if you scroll to the bottom, I think you can see the three models. But he's going to be putting one of
Oh,
those
sweet.
on
Yeah.
some land. Yeah,
Hmm.
and again, it's smart, man. I mean,
Yeah.
everything in that thing is
I think I've seen some
modern, and
videos on these. Yeah.
yeah, I like the container home idea, but I'm not I'm okay when I can work on my motorcycle, but I can't build out a container home.
Well, you know what? Neither one of us had ever lived in a mobile home, and I guess growing up, when you think about those kind of things, maybe if you look at TV, you know, maybe too
Hmm.
much, you think like, oh, that's a terrible thing. But when actually our real estate agent, when we bought the property, we had a loan that we could have built a home, and we've had really nice homes in the past, and we could have built one here, but we ran into some issues when we went to do that. So because of that, I was talking to my agent, and she said, why don't you guys like don't even go through the hassle, don't even spend the money of building this
Right.
home. Just go put a mobile home on the property. It'll be nice, and you'll save a lot of money, pay less taxes, and all that. And I went
Yeah,
to
you won't
look.
be overextended financially by
Right.
building a stick and brick type of house. I
Hmm.
mean, but you still own that property. I mean, why not pay the property off, and later, if you guys decide to stop traveling, liquidate some assets and build a house in if you want to.
Yeah, I don't know if we will. I mean, we own where we live, so we own it
Nice.
outright. We own the property, and
That's
we own.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy in this country, man.
yeah. It's not an easy thing to do, right? I mean,
Right.
there's a commute for
Take some
Lola.
discipline.
Yeah, there's a commute
What's
for
that?
her. There's a commute that she has to go through. She doesn't have a nice fancy house like the other pharmacists and stuff like that do. But it allows us to do other things. It's allowed us to build our. I mean, right now we've got 3 YouTube channels, and it's one of the things that allows us to do that. Because that kind of stuff is expensive, as much fun as it might look, or
Right.
as much money as people think you may make. It's expensive to do all this stuff, and it allows us to do that. That's the secret of how we do what we do. We don't have, a half a $1 million home, which
Right.
I know folks who do, and we've had that kind of thing in the past.
You can
So
you can you can basically get hooked into that kind of lifestyle, though. I know people who, like, buying a new vehicle. Like, I'm panicked if I don't have my new vehicle paid off within a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of person. Like,
okay,
everything I have I want to own, because I don't
right.
want to be leashed to a monthly payment, because who knows what might happen. I mean,
Hmm.
you want everything to work out okay, but it's not how life works.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
depends on
good
how you
for
do it.
you guys, man.
Yeah, it depends on how you
If you
do it.
guys do want to adopt, I'm
Hmm.
super low maintenance, but
Oh, you're gonna have to work hard,
and
man.
I'm hilarious. What's
Oh,
that?
you're hilarious.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some hard work. Not that I could get my kids you know, to do any hard work either. But you're always well. Listen, you know what? When it's cold in Arkansas, get your butt on a plane, fly down to Florida, spend some
No, I'm
time. You
not
could spend a
flying. I'll
week
just drive.
or drive. Okay,
We're
come
more
down
alike
here.
than you want to admit. Yeah.
Yeah, come down here and spend time with us, man, and we will make videos and hang out and do stuff. I've got a range in my
I'm in.
backyard, but I've got other ranges that I have access to, and I've got some friends that have some badass uh, guns and stuff like that
Yeah.
they can bring over. And I got a few. I got a
Maybe
few
we
shooters
make it an
here.
annual event. You have enough
Absolutely.
property to make it an annual event, kind of a friends of friends, kind of like, hey,
Okay, not too
Hanks.
many people. Lola's not down. Too many people coming over here at the
No,
same
but it
time.
would be good. It's not like you're gonna. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
bringing my cat and a whole bunch of
We're
idiots on my
we're
street.
taking a
I'm
break
saying,
right now.
like,
We're
yeah.
taking a break. We're taking a break.
All
Hold
right.
on a second.
All
We'll
right.
be right back here. We'll negotiate this out.
All right. Deal.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Barnaul Ammo. Barnaul has a wide range of reliable, quality steel case ammo for small game, large game, target shooting, and self-defense. They've got the classics like 7.62 and 5.45, as well as 9mm all the way up to 308. Subsonic as well. So when you're in the market, please consider Barnaul Ammo. All right, so we're back here. Yeah, listen. So, oh, what am I doing? I'm adding cameras. Okay, listen.
Dude, you're already thinking about the Hanks weekend, aren't you? You're getting ready to add people to that weekend every year. We're getting ready to do.
Yeah. So listen. Here on my range, we could do a lot of stuff, but also if you want to do something bigger and have people over, I would totally do it you know, at Aries. So have you ever heard of Aries Firearms Training?
I have. I've never been there, obviously, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's in
definitely
Leesburg.
familiar with it.
It's in Leesburg, Florida, and friends with the owner. He's been on the podcast, and that's like technically my official range
Home
outside of
range,
my
right?
own range. Yeah. So outside
Right.
of this, that's where I go. It's a pretty big range that they have out there. I do things there from time to time. So if we do a bigger thing, we could
Okay.
definitely do it there. But yeah, man, you guys can come down here, bring stuff. We'll make videos. We'll have fun. We'll do all kinds of different. Since you're the senior digital guy, we'll create a bunch of digital uh, content, man. You
Yeah,
know.
dude. My content manager, like I said, I mean, he invented the Vice Card Challenge. I mean,
Hmm.
like I said, Chris Long, Canon 7.62. Like,
Yeah.
he's a concealed carry. It's ridiculous. He's so clean. Like, I mean, I'm about it. I need to get better. You know what I mean? Being
Yeah.
around guns all the time, it's like I don't shoot as much as I did before I was in the gun industry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
that's got to change.
Yeah. I think Something like that we could always do. Actually, there are people who come, different companies that come see me from time to time, and we do stuff. So
Nice.
we could totally work you guys in there. It'll be fun, And
Yeah.
then also I get to see all the cool Walther stuff. Now Lola, I don't know. We're in the Gorn section. Lola's telling me that I didn't talk about. We didn't talk about Walther history. I think haven't we done that before, Lola? I'm pretty sure we've talked about the history of Walther.
Well, I invented Walther in 1929, which was
Right. Okay.
oddly the same year that I
Uh-huh.
invented shoelaces, which is two
Right.
years before I invented
And
shoes. I'm
K-pop.
kind of a visionary, Hank.
Someone in the
Yeah.
chat said K-pop. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's one of my things too. Big fan.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
That's what my band was. We were K-pop.
yeah. So, I don't know if we need to go through the history, Lola, but what is the history of Walther Arms? It's a pretty old company outside of America, relatively new and small
Yeah,
inside of America, right? That's my understanding.
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, there's books. I mean, the things Walther has done for the firearms industry are still being used in firearms today. I
Hmm.
mean, all right, I'm gonna keep it brief, but my favorite little caveat to the history of Walther is obviously the little gun that Booth used to kill Lincoln was a concealed carry firearm, but the
Hmm.
true purpose-built concealed carry firearm was the Walther Ppk, which is built police pistol criminal, which is invented to, or
Oh, is that what that
created
means? I
for,
never even knew what that
yeah,
meant.
for undercover law enforcement to be able to carry a firearm without having a gigantic thing on them, something
Hmm.
reliable with enough
Hmm.
stopping power and that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
so that's kind of like, I think somewhere on our website at a couple points we invented concealed carry because
Hmm.
if you really want to split hairs, we kind of did.
Hmm.
We're kind of a big deal, Hank.
Kind of a big. I just threw it up there. I just threw up the look. Let me throw up the Wikipedia
Yeah,
again. It's been around since 1886, 136 years
yeah.
ago. 280 employees. I guess that's I don't know. Maybe that's the whole planet.
That's in Ulm, Germany, as far as one of our
Okay.
factories. So yeah, we
Yeah.
got Ulm and Arnsberg over
Yeah.
there.
And then you guys are a subsidiary in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Yeah,
Walther Arms Inc. is a
yeah, and
subsidiary to that, right?
and we're our sister company being Umarex USA, who does the air guns and all the
Hmm.
licensed airsoft and stuff like that. Which is, I
Yeah.
mean, it's nice to have help. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and
It's
some 22 stuff, right?
oh
Umarex
yeah, a lot of
does.
rimfire. A lot of it is done. We used to do the MP5, G36,
Yeah, I think Walter
the Colt.
From Safety Harbor Firearms and Babyface and myself did some like I think maybe our third or fourth video ago we did some
Yeah,
stuff that you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still do that. We may not distribute it directly anymore. I mean, a lot of the companies are taking that on, which, that's great too, because we keep,
Yeah.
again, Walther USA as it is now is not very old. I mean, when Inter Arms was the first company that was doing the PPK and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
the PPS, and,
Yeah. And the PPK
I
is
mean,
famous
Smith
from
and
double oh
Wesson.
007, right?
Yeah,
Everyone knows that.
yeah.
Night Train
Smith and
says
Wesson
hit.
was distributing Walther.
Yeah, Night Train says Hitler used a 7.65 millimeter Walther PPK to kill himself.
Yeah, we ended World War II. You're welcome.
Yeah. Kudos, kudos. um,
Yeah.
so yeah, listen, lots of cool Walther guns out there, and I think we've talked about the history before. Like I've got one of the Bullpup, and I think we talked about this the last time you were on. I've got one of the Bullpup 22s from you guys.
Okay. I thought you were going to say WA 2000. I'm like, you got one of those?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have. What is the name of that Bullpup? I didn't bring it here with me, but actually Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms gave that to me. What is it? What is that Walther 22 Bullpup?
That is rare.
I'm gonna pull it up right now, but I have one of those. Here we go, the G22.
Yeah. Yeah.
The G22. I have one of these. When you come visit, I'll let you shoot it.
Okay.
Um,
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's a little finicky with the ammo, but well, that's what Walter said. But I didn't really have those problems when I shot it. Do you guys have magazines for this? Probably not. I'm just saying. I could always do it.
We might.
More
I mean, we still service pretty much everything we've got. I mean, every Walther product we've got, we can still service.
Oh, you do?
But
Oh, cool.
Send me a message, or have Lola maybe send me a message.
Yeah.
Hi, Lola. You're the best. Thanks for holding it all together.
Yeah.
But yeah, and let me know, and I'll holler at service and see if that's something that we have. I'm guessing we either do or have parts for it, can build one.
It's cool because I think I have at least 2 magazines right now, because I've got one in there, and then somewhere on that gun you could put another magazine, from what I remember.
Little storage spot.
Yeah, there's like a little storage thing. Is it in the stock or someplace like that, if I'm remembering correctly?
It could be similar, like the old Survival 22, like the folding 1022s.
Yeah. So it was. I think it's a cool gun. It's a cool gun. It's good. It's in my Bullpup collection. One of these days, I'll do a follow-up Bullpup collection video, and you guys will probably see it. Or I'll do a 20, and like we're trying to do a bunch of 22 videos, especially since it's 2022. So I should probably do one and roll that one into it as well. So Armin and Axis says Hitler's alleged suicide did not end World War II, but all good.
His whole Argentina conspiracy theory, I don't know if that's true or not.
I think he's getting very specific and technical about how the war ended.
Yeah, I mean, don't be big mad at Walther USA, man. We've got 2 guys. We've got 2. I'm an Air Force vet. We got 2 Marine vets, and there's 3 blue or Purple Hearts between them. So I mean, we're not the bad guys, man. Times change, and I mean, if there is a conspiracy with Argentina and
with the Hitler clones.
Yeah, people moving over there. I mean, hell.
Yeah.
You think about.
I think Armament and Axis is probably a Hitler clone. If you look at him really closely, he probably is a Hitler clone that escaped from Brazil. Armament and Axis. He's one of the guys in the comments right now. It's one of my homeboys.
Yeah, he's the spawn.
He's gonna be mad now. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad that I said that about him. But good for him.
Yeah,
that's okay. We're not gonna judge you.
Like their parents, though.
You can't
be mad.
Oh, you're clone. You're clone.
Did. I mean,
well, technically, if you're a clone,
that are not cool. I mean, right.
So okay, listen. Let's go. I'm gonna show some guns here in a second. Chuck says, Lola, actually, Lola's bringing that for, thank you, Lola. You know what, Lola? That's why I love you so much. You know,
She's intuitive.
This is why I married you, woman. Okay, that's not the sound.
The door on the way out. Yeah.
That's not the sound of happiness from Lola right there. Okay, so here you go. There you go, G22, gray. And right here, let me see. One of these is both of these? Okay, well that one is for sure. So see that goes right in there in the bottom? I don't think, no, this one doesn't come out. Why?
Can I see that magazine? Will you hold that up? It looks like a P22 magazine, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's not. Let me see. It does look like. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it to focus in on it. Come on. There we go. Bam.
That base pad might be different, but we flip it around. Does it have the pull down on the other side?
It does. Yeah.
Okay. Let me check. Like I said, maybe shoot me a reminder message, and then figure it out.
This is cool though that you could put these in the stock. I like that, and I don't know how it would be nice
for when that came out.
Yeah, it would be nice if you could do it with that one. And wait, hold on a second. Can you do it with that one, or is that the other? Huh. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure this out while we're talking about these things here. Yeah, I wonder if you can do that. There's definitely a magazine in there now, but I cannot get this magazine out for some reason. So I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it was in there. Okay, so both of them come out. So that comes out. And gotta push down on that. There you go. And that comes out. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Boom. So there you go. This is cool, man. There you go. For the people. So I thought you guys made a lot of these, though. No? Well, not you
Not
guys,
that
but
I'm aware
Walther.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
that came from. Let me see
that's
where this
before
came
my
from.
time here. I've been here for about 8 years. That predates me.
G22. I'm trying to see what it's got written on it. So, is someone texting me? Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to see what it's got written on it. If I could see. Actually, there's nothing. Other than the G22 Walther, the serial number. I don't. Huh. There's some kind
Yeah,
of
Wicca
AF.
doesn't have much on it.
Yeah, there's some kind of AF something written on the barrel. But I don't see. I'm assuming these were not made here. Oh, there's something on the barrel, but I cannot see what it says. Oh no, made in Germany.
I've got
Yeah, made
I've
in
got the
Germany.
history of Walther books at work too, which I haven't. I mean, I started the PP models through the P99, the PPQs, but I've never delved into the G22. I can take a look into that though. Maybe get that Wikipedia updated because it's bootleg.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go back to my phone here because I've got it on magnification. So Smith and Wesson, Springfield, Mass. That's who brought this in.
Okay.
G22 22 LR. Carl Walther Ulm
Ulm. Okay, so that was made at the Ulm
slash.
factory.
Yeah, made in Germany.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah. So, yeah. Very nice piece of my Bullpup collection. So, there you go.
You are a bullpup dude, aren't you, man?
Yeah. You guys need to make a new Bullpup. Yeah.
I mean, we
Seriously.
made the best one ever, but nobody
Yeah.
can get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Edward Brower. I see him out there. He's the CEO of Utreon. He's joining us. What is this he put there? What is
Nice.
with the Google form? Everyone voting Utreon subscriptions in that poll. Oh, there's some kind of poll, I guess, going there. Okay. There's a poll going, so that's what's in the. So everyone who's in the chat, you guys go and click on that link, and I guess you could do some voting there. That's why Edward is sharing that. Okay, so do you want to show off some guns? What you got on you? Since we got like
I
6 minutes
mean,
ish.
I just got my personal one. You know, we dropped
Mhm.
at SHOT Show, which I didn't attend due to the
Mhm.
flu. Not COVID, oddly. I think
Mhm.
I'm COVID immune. It's
Mhm.
really weird. I've been around a lot of people with it, but
Mhm.
PDP compact 4-inch, running the TLR 7A and the Holosun 509T. Got some
Very
Amerigloves, which are
nice.
too tall, but
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
It
carried a
looks good.
PPQ for 5 years, and you know, people think because of the slide looks chunky that
Mhm.
it's not concealable. Man, just try get the right holster. Another one when I was running my Surefire X300, especially dudes like me that are kind of like, you know, I have a little extra on the waist because I don't do what you call
Who
workout.
who is that?
But
Who's this whole? Who's makes this holster you're showing right now?
this is the Tier 1 concealed, but it's the Modern Samurai Project, which is
Oh,
Scott Jedlinski, who's a member of
I've
our
heard of it.
defense division, kind of had
Oh.
that helped develop this model.
Oh, everyone
And
keeps asking me about that Scott Jedlitsky guy.
if you want to learn how to shoot a red dot, you know, all right, so you've
Yeah.
taken training classes before, right?
Yes.
And you know that you know, people are like, oh, okay, here's the technique you need to use, and you need, you know, within 10,000 rounds, you're going to be a better shooter. You're going to, if you take Scott Jedlinski's class, you're going to leave that class a better shooter. You're going to be quicker, more accurate. You're going to be overall better shooting a red dot and a handgun, period, after you
Hmm.
leave that class. He is a ridiculous instructor, and we're lucky enough as Walther to have him as a member of our defense division.
Oh,
Actually,
cool.
all of our
Yeah.
defense division members are crazy. You can find Walther Defense Division on our website under Connect, and
Yeah.
then Walther Defense
One
Division.
of the craziest people that Walther has, which is not like an official Walther employee, is me. You guys have a bunch of other cool people who actually work at Walther that know how to shoot guns. You know, you got a lot of people who are competitive shooters and all, but I've heard of Scott
Yeah,
Jedlitsky a lot. People keep
Yeah.
mentioning him to me in terms of red dots and all that. And I'm really bad
Yeah.
with red dots. I have astigmatism, but people say, "Oh, well, that's what red dots to help you out with that." But I'm actually
You
worse with the red dots, and
so
I have
I
to.
have
I think I have to wear my
astigmatism
glasses.
too.
Yeah. Hmm.
And if I look, I love the EOTech reticle,
Hmm.
but if I don't have my glasses on, I can't. It's just a big, blurry circle. But the Hollow Sun is great for me. You different dots and different styles. You just have to try them out. Go to a gun store and kind of
Yeah.
uh, look at them with and without your glasses. Find the right one for you, and it is. It changed the way I shot. I shoot iron sights better now because I started shooting red dot.
Ah. Okay.
You part of the people, most people who don't shoot red dot pick it up for the first time.
Hmm.
They point that gun and they're like, the dot's all over the place. But that's because your iron sights are too. You're going to have a dynamic of movement, and the red dot just accentuates that. So
Hmm.
you can change your grip, you change your breathing, and you can get that dot in a slower pace. But the dot, unless you're trying to shoot, like William Tell arrow through arrow through arrow. I mean, you when the dot is on the spot, you can pull that
Hmm.
trigger, send it, and it's going to hit that spot. It's like cheating, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
It's spend the time to learn how to shoot a red dot and take
Get
Scott Jidlinski's class. I
Yeah,
mean,
get some training. That's the thing. Night Train says
yeah,
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm still not sold on the idea of red dots on pistols. At least if your eyesight is decent. Um,
people weren't set on red dots on rifles at the beginning either. It's
mhm,
it's not red dots aren't the future. It's now. It's what's going on. The
mhm.
reliability of them, the technology is there, the battery life is there, um, the affordability, the cost is there. You just need the correct training. You need somebody who can speak to you like a human being, give you the one-on-one you need,
Mhm.
and show you why it's the solution. And again, I mean, anybody in our defense division can guide you that way. Scott is kind of, again, he calls this, it's called the Modern Samurai Project. He
Mhm.
will show you how to, you know,
Isn't
to
he?
swing that sword.
Isn't he? Is Don't they have some kind of name for him that has to do with a Jedi or something? Because he's
Yeah, it's
Jedlinski.
Jedi Scott Jedi Jedlinski.
Scott Jedi. Yes, I've heard of. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like people were like, oh, have you ever never heard of blah blah blah? And now here he is. He's one of the Walther dudes. But I mean,
Yeah,
maybe if
he's
I got
also
invited to the factory, I would know about these things. You know,
yeah.
if
I mean,
if I was able to come up there and just build my own guns, like some people I know that I'm not gonna mention their names, Colio Noir.
um,
So,
I haven't
uh,
even got to build my own gun. But yes, all right, we'll
uh,
figure it out.
no, I'm just okay. So listen, you showed yours. Now I'm going to show
Yeah.
mine. This is what I
Okay.
carry all the time. And so, by the way, when you guys started sparring with Arms List, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified. Now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use or $30 a month for business vendors. So when you're in the market, please consider Arms List. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Arms List. Once again, I am definitely not paying attention to the timer. um, so yeah, shout out to Arms List, by the way. So yeah, listen. So when I started doing this, I carried for a long time. I carried a Glock. What was it? Glock 43. I want to say is what I was carrying. Yeah, that's the slim. I can't even remember now. But I carried that for a while. You guys didn't put any kind of pressure on me for me to do anything. But I looked into the PPS, and that's what I wound up getting. And then I put it through testing and all that kind of stuff for a while. Tested
Mhm.
it, and now that's what I carry. So I've been carrying this for more than a year now. Walther PPS. This, I think, is the LE version with the. It's got like the
The
night sights.
tritium
Yeah, the
excess
tritium.
night sights. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
All
you
right.
could see it
After you
on this
take
at
your
all.
red dot class with Scott Jedi Jedlinski and Modern
Yeah.
Samurai Project,
Right.
you contact C&H Precision and get that thing milled for a red dot. because
I'll get
there's
it
the
milled.
RMS Shield, and Hollow Sun has an affordable one as well. We're going to be releasing, but dude, you're
Ah.
gonna. All right, I'm coming down there with Canon 7.62, and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do some red dot shooting, red
Okay,
dot
cool.
training.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
What rifle do you have? Do you have a rifle in arm's reach?
Right in front of me, right. Other than that G22 I just showed
Other
you,
than
no. Since
22?
I'm in the van,
Okay,
no. But I got tons of rifles
gotcha.
here. I got lots of rifles. You know.
What's your go-to if you just want to take like a 16 or 13 and a half welded out to the fucking range? Sorry, I shouldn't have swore.
No, that's
I don't
fine.
want to
You
get
can
fired.
curse on here.
All right.
So tip. If are you talking about training or what are you talking about? Because I've got lots of different
Yeah.
rifles. My go-to for training for a long time has been a Sig 516 Patrol.
Okay.
So I'll typically go with that, and then my backup to that is the X95 from IWI.
Okay.
You know, that's a Bullpup. Um,
Yeah.
and then I've got a bunch of other stuff. So like I'm you know, right next to my bed, I've got a 300 Blackout integrally suppressed rifle that I built with Liberty suppressors.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty lightweight and all that kind of stuff. 300 Blackout. I've got a Daniel Defense version of that, but we got tons of
Okay.
rifles here, man.
Yeah, I bet.
You know,
I
tons
bet.
of rifles. Rifles I haven't even shot yet, as people were harassing me about yesterday. So, and
Yeah, I have a couple of handguns I haven't even had an opportunity to shoot. I mean,
yeah, yeah, it's
you
yeah.
know,
I mean,
value is value, and
well, you know, if you've got to make videos and stuff like that, you know, things take priorities. By the way, here's my holster. I use a Fat Guy holster for my PPS. I just want to shout out the Fat Guy holsters. I did get this from
nice.
Josh from Black Diamond Guns and Gear.
God's
Big
plaid.
Josh. Yeah, there you go. So, actually, let me see if I could do it more close up on the holster for people who want to know. So that's what I carry this all the time. I have it like on me, uh, like even home carry because I believe in home carry. I don't know if you do or you don't, but I carry gun
Oh
all the
yeah.
time.
I mean, I'm. This is Fort Smith, Arkansas, is the safest place I ever lived, and I still have a firearm on me all the
Yeah.
time. It's just it's a lifestyle. It's not that I'm worried about anything, but like
Hmm.
just one of
Yeah.
those things.
Night Train says we have more guns than we need, but we have all the guns we want. And Armament and Axes says I got two pistols with red dots, but they are not EDC. Yeah, I don't have a. No, you know what? I don't have an EDC red dot, but maybe after we do that thing, you might convert me. You
Yeah,
know.
I think because I have the PPS RMSC too, and the shield's kind of when we first released the PPS with the shield on it. Shield is it's an
Hmm.
English company, I think, and they released it initially. And it had like a polymer lens on it, and the people who never train are the first ones to talk about how the polymer's not going to last. And it's like, okay, I've carried this thing for 3 years. It's fine,
Hmm.
And they have they'll replace the lens for free and all that kind of stuff as well. But
Mm.
um,
By the way, here's my PDP. So I do have a PDP right there. Done videos on this. Definitely shot it. This is a very popular gun. This did really well. Even though a lot of people
yeah,
initially were like, you know, why do I need a PDP if I've got the PPQs? Which I think I have a
right.
PPQ. Where's my 9mm
Your
PPQ?
Navy.
Yeah, I've got a
I've got the
Navy
Navy
here.
and an M1,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty rare, but
M1.
yeah.
Okay. Um, do you have it, or is it close at hand, or not close at hand?
Um, I mean,
Here's
let's
my
see
here's
here.
my here's my Navy right here, baby. You know. And by the way, I switched a whole bunch of parts on this. I know you could switch the barrels and other stuff, but I think I switched some stuff even that you're not supposed to switch. And you
I
know,
mean,
people.
yeah, you could slide that frame on that slide and the slide on the frame between
Yeah,
those guns as well.
yeah. you could do a lot of cool stuff on it. I think that the grip stuff that you guys put on there is definitely better.
Hmm.
There's a lot of good things in here. So you know what? I've seen some good videos on it. I know Military Arms Channel did a good video, and people have said, well, if you've got the PPQs, you don't really need to switch over. But if you haven't gone into Walther and you've been like holding off or whatever, now with the PDP would be a good time to do it. Um,
Right.
for a long time when I first got into the gun game, a lot of my friends, especially ones that competed, had Walther, and I was like, why do people like Walther so much? And they always said the ergonomics. And really, you got to get it in your hands to see the ergonomics of it. So
Yeah.
that's where I think you guys have a leg over a lot of different folks that are out there. I mean,
That and the trigger are really big. I mean, that
mhm,
those are 2 points where Walther like moves beyond a lot of the other offerings out there. And I mean, we're confident in the fact that the term "the proof is in the pudding" is easy to say when you're like, oh, hey, just buy our gun and
mhm,
it'll be great for you. But
mhm,
we we put we put it on the line with a 30-day money back guarantee. Where like, okay, you're between the Walther and a Sig or a Glock or a CZ or a Smith and
mhm,
Wesson, whatever it might be. We offer a 30-day money back where you buy the gun, you spend the money at the gun deal, the gun shop, and you get the gun. You can shoot it as much as you want within that first 30 days. And then if it's not for you, like we don't want our gun to be sitting in your safe as another rock. Like we'll you go on our website under the Connect 30-day money back guarantee area and fill out the form. We'll give you what you paid up to MSRP, and we'll send you a shipping label, and it's plus tax, and you ship it directly to us. You don't have to go to the gun store. We'll give you your money back. Like, I'd rather you have a gun, a Walther that you take to the range, and you are an advocate. You're like, hey, try this thing. You know what I mean? Like,
mhm,
I don't want our gun as just something that's collecting dust at your house. Like, I'll buy your refurb from you, and we send it back to Walther. Like, if it's
mhm.
not for you, it's not for you. Not everything is for everybody, and that's kind of like nobody else is doing that right now in the industry. So
Hmm.
I mean, that's a point of pride for us.
Yeah, I point a lot of people in you guys' direction when they're asking me what they should get into, and I was like, listen, if you really don't know and you're on the fence, you can always like start out with go to Walther. They have it's not every gun, right? Is it
The Meisters, like the super
yeah.
expensive performance finished black tie, black diamond.
Yeah, you could just send
We
those
have a
to
whole
me if
bunch.
you don't want those. If you buy one of those and you don't want them,
Yeah.
just ship it.
Man, I want one.
Ship it
Those
in
I
my
call that the
direction.
barbecue gun.
Yeah.
The kind of
Uh,
gun you show up with a brown leather shoulder holster, and you just kind of you're
oh.
flossing at the barbecue, and
Oh, listen,
it's not really.
I know a dude who makes really nice leather holsters. If I could get my hands on one of the, I know they're expensive. If I can get my hands on one of those, I will have like the most awesome leather holster you could ever imagine made for that thing.
Who is it just a small thing where he makes like one-offs, or
Yeah,
is he
it's
in business?
so Andrew's Custom Leather. You ever
Okay,
heard you ever
not
heard of
familiar with
Andrew's Custom Leather? Let's see if I could pull up the Instagram. I have a bunch of videos on my on YouTube/Hank Strange with Andrew's Custom Leather. Those are some of the biggest videos on my channel here. But he
St.
makes
Augustine, Florida.
he makes holsters for the movies. He makes holsters for Cabot
Oh
Guns, for
wow,
example. If you ever look at Cabot Guns' website, all those holsters you see on the website are his holsters that he makes for them. Here, I could show you guys an example. Look at that. That's Gator.
that's hot.
Yeah. So, you know, oh, actually, here he is with the, that's Robert Bianchin from Cabot Guns right there. Um, but yeah, he makes some really good holsters. Let me see. And I've got a ton of videos, like I said. So they do regular leather holsters and custom stuff as well.
But
He makes
exotics as well. Yeah.
yeah, he can do custom exotic stuff for you. Um, Okay,
So
there
my
you go.
cat is
Like
getting old. Do you
this
think
is
he could?
hippo. See that? And it feels really good.
Wow.
It's like suede.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet it does.
What, you want to make your cat into a holster?
I mean, if he goes on his own in the night while he's sleeping, yeah. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not looking to
Yeah.
expedite the whole thing.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
like some one of the I
Wow.
think these are lizard or some of them these are lizards from what I've seen in the past. So yeah, if anyone is into leather holsters, like get
Yeah.
Andrew's Custom Leather. Um, he did holsters for the remake of the Magnificent Seven.
Oh, he
And,
really?
yeah, and a bunch of westerns that you see out there, he's done the holsters. Excuse me, for them.
All right. Weird question.
Uh huh.
So there's a show. I think it was USA or TNT. It was called Queen of the South. There's apparently supposed to be another season, but
Mhm.
it's kind of cartelish. And
Mhm.
the bodyguard of the Queen of the South has got 245s, and they're mounted kind of vertically.
Mhm. That's
I
from a
wonder if he
movie.
made those holsters.
I'm not sure. I would have to check with him, but I know
I'll
there is.
scroll through his Instagram. I got his
Yeah,
account up. So
yeah. There is some. There is some like non-practical stuff like that he's made.
no, yeah,
Like
that's for flossing. That's not
yeah.
for
Have you ever
you
seen
know.
the movie The Dictator? It has that crazy guy that's always pranking people. He pranks some folks in the gun world. Borat. You know the Borat guy did a movie called I think it was called The Dictator. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen that. No,
Yeah.
no.
Let me
Sasha
see.
Baron Cohen.
Yes. Yeah. Every gun company should have Sacha Baron Cohen, like, his picture should be posted up there because he's always out there pranking people. But that movie,
Yeah.
The Dictator, and I don't know if I could find. Um, there was a he did. I know he did the holsters for him. They would. I don't know if there's a picture of it out there, but yeah, he does a ton of movie holsters, especially what you see in westerns and things like that out there. So,
That's cool, man.
yeah.
What Clint Eastwood said: Westerns and jazz music are the only things that are truly American. You know, as
Yeah.
far as like sunk into America.
Um, Armin Axis says Borat was stupid. Oh, for sure, without a doubt. There was a question. Oh, Lola wants to know what makes the M1 rare. Um,
Okay, so the M1,
are you talking about This is the PPQ M1, right?
like
I'll throw this up here.
PPQ, and then there's the PPS M1, well, or the classic, and it's just the paddle style mag release is what makes it more rare. And the more that time goes on, the fewer you're going to see. There's diehard M1 people out there that want everything to be the paddle release, which I freaking love the paddle release because it's ambidextrous without having to swap the mag release button. And ours is really robust. I mean, you can see it on both sides, but it's one specific paddle.
Is that what this thing
And
is here that I'm close on? Is that what we're talking
right
about?
down at the bottom, right down at the bottom where the grip
Oh, right
meets
here, right here, right here. I see it.
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's all one piece, and it's on both sides, so you can actuate it with your, your middle finger, your trigger finger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
What is this? Is this the
it's basic.
slide? What is that? What is that thing up there then? Is that
What's that?
this?
The light part?
No, this it looks like it's also on a lever, but I don't know if it's the slide release, no, it can't be the takedown. And this is the slide catch right here. It's forward of the slide
You saying
catch.
right in front of that?
Yeah, right in front of that. I don't know if you can see which
that
one.
has the three lines going by, or in front
Yeah,
of
right
that?
after that. It's right where it says Walther. See where it says call?
That's just that's okay. So that's the trade and where it's manufactured, and then the line that goes up a bit that's flat against the slide. That's basically just. I mean, that's on your gun as well. It's just the lighting. It's the way the lighting works.
Oh.
It looks like a gas pedal, but it's not. It's just part of the.
Oh,
slide.
that's just the
the frame.
Oh, okay. Oh, that looks way more pronounced than what I've seen like on the guns here.
Yeah, it's the photography on that. The way that
okay.
photo was lit. I think you could probably look at yours and see the same spot.
Okay. Huh.
No.
No, I don't know. You could be right, but it's way more pronounced in what I'm looking at, and there's a hinge on it. See, there's a hinge. See that big circle?
Oh, that
Yeah. What's this thing
with
right here?
the white hole there?
Yeah. What is that?
That's just the push pin. That's the push pin. It was probably photoshopped out larger than it actually is.
Oh, but
You know,
this.
to make
Okay.
it a PNG
Yeah.
in order to be
Oh, okay.
transparent. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at the gun right here, let's see if we can get it to. Yeah, there's not like it's in this area, but that thing looks like it hinges down from there.
That's
Like
your PDP though. You're
yeah,
looking
that's
at
on the
the
PDP.
difference.
Yeah.
Do you have your Navy in front of you still too?
Let me pull up the Navy. Hold on, where was that Navy? Right here. Oh yeah, you're right, man. That thing, you're right. That looks so weird in that picture.
It appears to be a gas pedal, but the way the front of
Yeah,
it towards
it's
the
right.
barrel
It's
is lit,
so on
it's
this,
lighter.
it's this right here.
It should be darker.
Yeah,
like
so
the
this
way,
is not
yours
function.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
somehow the
Yeah, that's your
lighting on it.
takedown.
So, yeah.
Right.
But
right.
this is not a. So this is not a lever yet, right? Let's see.
That
This
is. I
right
mean,
here.
and is your mags out and that thing's clear? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't even need to pull the trigger or even pull it back a bit to take it down. It's
No, but what I was talking about, you see right here. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. Please bear with us out there. You see right here, Vince?
yeah, that where it slopes down towards the
Yeah.
rail.
Yeah, this jutting out here looks very three-dimensional, and in that picture it looks like it's actually something, but it's not.
It appears, it appears like it's pronounced more like a gas pedal or whatever.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's such a
do
weird...
you want to see something? Here's something
picture.
a lot of people don't know about the PDP.
I know the takedown
Okay,
lever is right after that, so... Go ahead.
So this is a clear firearm. There's nothing in the chamber. Drop the slide. So right back here, you see that little hole right up there?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do it on the camera.
Yeah.
The hole on the rear plate.
Yeah.
You can use, a lot of people are like, I don't want to have to pull the trigger to be able to take down the gun. You can actually use that. Use a handcuff key is for law enforcement. It's part of the performance duty pistol idea. So you use a handcuff key, you can insert it there, or a punch or whatever. But it is wide enough to be a handcuff key to take it down.
Yeah, these are easy to take down. And then this right here is the takedown. If I can get this to focus once again, Jimon. Let's see if it'll do it here. No. There we go. Had it for 1 second and then lost it.
I think it's seen through the trigger guard too.
Yeah,
that might be part of.
So here we go. So right here, that is what you're talking about. So once you pull the trigger or push that button, then you could pull everything back and take it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So gun is cocked. You can still pull it down, then pull the trigger. I mean, you don't have to do the whole like half pull back thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. Let's see.
We're at 46 seconds before the next break.
Oh, look at you. Okay, we got you trained.
Yeah, I'm on it, man.
We got you trained for
I'm
that.
on it like Joe Rogan's supplement.
Yeah, okay. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to get to a question here if I could do it. Someone was asking about ammo earlier in the show. So we'll probably get to the ammo question. I will find it here and I will ask Vince that as soon as we come back from this quick break.
Okay.
I
do want to touch on the PDP SP a little bit about the features and stuff like that when we come back.
Yeah, we'll do that too. Okay.
Cool.
Come on.
2,
Jamon. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. All right, so let's see. Actually, Vince is taking a little quick break here, and while he's doing that, let me see. I think I could pull it up here on the screen. I think I've got the Walther page. Yeah, I've got it up here. Let me press which one of my buttons allows me to screen share. There we go. Okay, so you guys should be seeing my screen right now. And I think we could go to the new color options from Walther Arms, so you can get some
That
colors now.
gray.
The gray
That
is very
gray is
nice.
nice.
Yeah, the green is cool too. You got flat dark earth, or what you guys call
It's more
tan.
of a tan than an
Tan
FD, to
going
be
on.
quite
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
And what is this? Two-tone gray,
So there's a
black
full
sludge.
size 5 inch, a full size 4.5 inch, and then a
Uh,
compact 4 inch.
okay.
And all three of those colors in each.
Yeah. Let's go to this gray
And
right here. You can go
you're
in.
talking, I think the increase is, what the price is, instead of $6.99, you're at, oh
Is it
God,
eight
what is it?
something?
Like $709 for the Cerakoted frame. Or it's not even Cerakoted, it's, color injected.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. 709. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys have some
for what you
pictures.
might pay for somebody locally to,
Yeah.
to Cerakote the frame or whatever, and then have
Hmm.
it color injected instead of Cerakoted.
Very nice. Are you guys selling any of the guns with optics on them?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's see
that's
if I can
something
go
that
back in
could
here.
happen.
Okay. So what? Tell us about the colored frames. Where did that? That's new for 2022, right?
Yeah, and that's, I mean, one of the things in marketing is consumer listening. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, people will post stuff all the time. Like, I keep track of how many people post, like, I want the M1 version instead of the M2. I'd buy it if it was an M1. I'd buy the PDP if it was an
Mm-hmm.
M1.
If it was just 10 millimeter,
I
man.
Right. And, I even write that stuff down. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
have tallies and I keep track so that, like, there's not 5,000 people requesting that. There's literally 235 people, but they keep saying it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
We can't justify manufacturing as small as we are as a company
Mm-hmm.
making a 10 millimeter or an M1 version of the PDP if only 500 people potentially are going to buy the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are listening and we're keeping track of that data because it's a responsible thing to do. We want to give the consumer what they want, but if there aren't enough people
Yeah.
that
Well.
are out there to buy it, it's not fiscally responsible for us to do the molds and all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we heard a lot of people talking about when are you going to have them in different colors, and it's some people still don't know that you can find a good Cerakote authorized coder to actually do that for you as well. So we decided to do three of the most popular
So.
colors
So the
out there.
slide,
You know
the
what I mean?
slides are Cerakoted, right? But the
The
frames
slides
are.
are the Tenefer coating black, and then the frames are going to be like the injected molding kind of coloring instead of
Right.
just like sprayed and baked
So that's
as
in the
far as
form. That's
Cerakote.
in the formula of how the polymer and everything.
Yeah, that's from the
Okay.
factory of
Okay.
that's not, yeah, that's not just coating the black frame. So
Yeah. Well, I know that's good, and I don't know if this is a reason why people didn't do it for a long time, but technically, for example, with some companies, if you Cerakote your gun, you void
mhm.
your warranty that you have on it. I know Glock is like that for sure. I don't know about Walther, whether or not you guys
No,
have that.
as long as it's properly done. I mean, you'll
Hmm.
find some people that'll overspray or won't take the gun apart or will Cerakote the wrong
Hmm.
parts. You need to find somebody. You need to do your due diligence on who you choose. And Cerakote as a company, I mean, they have a authorized dealer locator thing kind of on their website where you can find people. We
Hmm.
use a guy called Wit, um, who does a lot of our. He'll do our the initial prototype versions, and he'll do certain runs for us. And he's out of Springdale, Arkansas, and he's phenomenal. But he used to be our FedEx driver, and he came in like, "Hey, I'm doing Cerakote work," and I actually went down to talk to
Nice.
him one day, and he's doing Cerakote full time now, and
Oh, cool.
you know, he's pretty Foxfire finishes, but
Okay.
um, yeah, the Cerakote's easy to do, and you gotta kind of, if you have an issue, don't complain on social media, contact the customer services of whether it's Walther or anybody else. Ask them what the policies are regarding Cerakote, because you don't want to. If your gun's within warranty, you don't want to ruin that. So that's a good call, Hank.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen it happen with some companies out there.
Yeah.
So it's not fun. Not to say that you can't convince them if they're in a good mood, they might let you slide. But I've seen people void warranties on that.
Man,
So.
customer service. I'd be hanging from my roof with a vacuum cleaner cord if I did that. Be nice to your customer service people, whether it's Walther or at Walmart. That's a hard job. All you do for a living is hear people's problems and why they're big mad at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the
Oh,
job.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I would say always go with please and thank you and be very courteous and respectful. Unless it gets crazy. If it gets crazy.
Be a good human being unless they swear at you.
Yeah.
If they swear at you, it's gloves off. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who had a problem with a very expensive rifle. I'm trying to remember there's these rifles out there when they first came out, they were like $10,000 or something like that. What the hell is the name of these rifles? Someone might tell me. It's like
bolt action?
Yeah, some of them were bolt action, but these were really expensive. I've seen everyone do videos, and my friend bought one and had problems with accuracy with it, and he was communicating with that company by email. And he kept telling them he had problems. They're like, oh, there's no problems. And there were all these emails going back and forward. Well, in one of the emails, they accidentally CC'd him on an email internally where they said, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't even know what he's talking. They were talking bad about him, but in the end, he was absolutely right that the gun had accuracy problems. And the store, they wound up telling the store that he bought it from to just give him back his money.
But, wow.
They were really...
That's rough.
Yeah, they were really rude about it. And it's one of those, like, high-end companies that I always hear people talking about. And I see them in a lot of gun stores. But I will actually never buy one.
Right.
Just based off of that whole experience. Because, I think that was pretty horrible. At least take the time to find out whether the customer you're talking to is onto something.
Everybody is individual. Not everybody's going to be the same... going to have the same... If they're having the same functional issue with the firearm, doesn't mean it's the same thing. Everybody is, needs to be handled individually. I mean, that's kind of, just like in life, you can't say the same thing around some of your friends that you can say around the other your friends. I mean, know your audience, I guess. I mean, that sucks. That sucks.
So, let's see here. Okay, so you've got the different color frames, and then also, let me see if I can go back here and screen capture. Let's do this. Boom. Okay, screen capture. We're back on the screen capture. So we've got these, and then also you've got PDP Pro SD is out. What's the deal with that?
Okay, so the idea for this came because everybody at work shoots. Like, everybody in our marketing department is a firearms person. It's not like, oh yeah, I'll take the job because you gave it to me. Like I said, if you check out Canon 762 or Chris Long's Instagram profile, he's using metrics, a timer. Like, he's phenomenal. He's a trainer. And in that kind of a mind state, there's certain things you want in a firearm. There's upgrades you make. Anytime you buy a new firearm, chances are the first thing you're going to do is replace the sights. Like, I have certain preferences I'd like to have on my iron sights. So it's got all the same things as the PDP had: the grip texture, the slide serrations, the red dot ergonomics, where it's basically, and that sounds like a marketing term, but this came from Scott Jedlinski as well. You have this portion of the firearm here. Let me all right, right here, the kick out, right? That looks, okay. The idea of the red dot, if you pull up your firearm and you can't find the red dot, chances are your dot is up above your sight picture. So that a little bit of pinky pressure on that little piece there brings the muzzle down a little bit, which will bring that red dot, into your sight picture. So that's kind of the magic of that. So it's got all the same things as the regular PDP has,
Mm-hmm.
but the magwell, which is really important for quicker reloads if you're doing using a shot timer and stuff like that. And it's got the threaded barrel because a lot of people, most of us, are putting comps on our pistols. So comes from the factory with the red dot, and then the trigger's another thing. Like the PDP and the PPQ triggers are great. The performance duty trigger, light take up right to the wall, clean break, about 1/10 of an inch on your reset. Now the performance duty trigger is more of a flat face trigger, still has the blade safety on it, but you're not going to have as much take up, and it's just so clean. You almost have to experience it to kind of really understand how much better it is. And then the magazines are going to have on the compact is a +2, and I believe on the full size it's just a standard base plate that fits within that magwell, and it comes with 3 magazines each, and you're getting all those upgrades for about $130 more, which, I mean, you price that trigger out, and that's about what the cost of that trigger is. So you're getting a threaded barrel.
Yeah, this is less
extended
than it's less than $900 actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
you're
bad.
looking
Mm-hmm.
828, 830, somewhere around there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
MSRP.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just, it's more feature packed because it's stuff that you're going to upgrade probably anyway. You know what I
So
mean?
this
If
is
you're really serious.
right. So is this for competitions or like what's the target market with that?
I mean, you can carry a gun comped, especially. I mean, you look at somebody like Cody, who is, I mean, he's under 6 foot tall, probably 175 pounds. He's able to carry uh, basically a 5-inch PDP compact frame with a red dot and a comp on it, concealed carry appendix. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's for whatever you need it to be. I mean, whether
Yeah,
you
I'm
want to
pretty
shoot
sure Cody
competition
wears
with
skinny
it.
jeans and tight suits and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
I've seen
mean,
pictures.
he could line dance while appendix carrying his 5-inch PDP with a comp on it. So
Yeah. Did he tell you that at shot? So I didn't go to shot
swaggies.
show. I didn't go to shot show,
Right, me
but
either.
I did have Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms was out there, and Flying Rich was out there, and they went to his booth, and they were live, and he was showing us stuff from the show. I don't know if he told you about that.
I searched pretty religiously for videos. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
have
okay.
to. Is it live on YouTube?
It's on the yeah, it's on YouTube. It's from Shot Show. It'll be in our Shot Show coverage. So
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna pull
It
it
was
up so I
fun.
can
He didn't,
remember to.
he didn't expect it or whatever, but he was a good sport and showed us a bunch of things over there. He showed us some of the new fancy, what do you guys call it? The Huffmeister, what do you call that thing?
The Meister manufacturer.
Yeah, yeah. He showed us
Did
some
he
of
show you
those.
the vintage model?
Is that
Because
the one that
that
looks like
thing
it's fired?
looks
In,
like gasoline on water.
yeah.
It's
What is
the
that called?
sexiest of the bunch.
What is that finish called? Like I
That's
always call it a
the
fire finish.
we call it the vintage, but I
Oh.
don't know
Is
what
that on
like
the
a
website? Let me see if
traditional.
is that on the website? Do you know?
I remember
Is there a gallery here? Let me see.
there is a
Meister
separate
Manuf.
tab called Meister.
Oh, vintage. No, no, no,
This
no. I've
should
got
be.
it. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Hold on. Let's see if we can share it.
But
Boom.
boy, that Arabesque and the
Look
Patriot.
at that thing. Yeah, that would. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
and that wood grip on there.
I think I need one of these for T&E, Vince. I mean,
Oh,
I got to find out whether or not these can actually fire 1,000 rounds because I don't believe it. And I think the people of America need to know.
those will fire. You need make sure
I've gotten a
you're
lot of
aligned
requests.
with a fire like an ammunition manufacturer because those things you're gonna put 100,000 plus rounds through it because the finish it's not just sexy, that is a performance finish on there.
No, it's a
Like
good
that's
looking gun. It's a good looking gun, man,
yeah.
without a doubt.
Oh,
But I think the people have asked me, you know, what comes in the box with this thing? Let me
what's
see,
in
what's the
the
price? The
box?
price is
Yeah.
like, what is it? Oh, it's like $4,000, which is not really terrible. I know there's gonna be someone out there like, I'm never gonna spend $4,000 on a gun, but
Apparently, you've never been to a good enough barbecue, cause
yeah.
okay,
No, that gun looks beautiful, man. I am a fan. I'm a fan of that. So, you know,
that's the one. That and I think it's the
is that what
black
is that what no
diamond.
is that what Noir got? Did he get the
No, he
vintage?
got the black tie, but the black
Oh, you got the black
diamond
tie.
to
Oh,
me
hold on.
is the second. So the
Yeah,
black tie is pretty much almost a chromish looking finish. The black
yeah.
diamond is
He
like an
got the black tie.
anthraite kind of.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Let's throw that up
mirrored.
there. Okay, he got the
Okay.
black tie.
Yeah. But like I
It's
said, that
nice.
black
It's nice.
diamond to me is.
You know, the black tie. The black tie is cool. Um,
I'm not mad at it. It
I
looks
wouldn't
better
kick
in
it. I wouldn't
person,
kick it
but
out of bed. It's all right. It's all right. You know.
yeah, kicking out of bed for eating
No,
crackers.
you
Yeah.
like the black diamond? You said black diamond.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go
And
to the black
again, the
diamond. Hold on a second.
pictures, these guns are very hard to take photos of, but
Yeah.
I
Oh, you
mean,
got to see
it's
these in person.
almost
Yeah.
a, yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen these at SHOT Show.
Mhm.
The black diamond is. I think I've seen the black diamond in person at SHOT Show, and I've seen the black tie. The black tie does look better in person than it does in these pictures for sure. Let me see the Patriot. Hold
Yeah, yeah.
on.
Oh
That's
my
cool.
God. And the arabesque.
I like that scroll work on that. Yeah, the arabesque. I think I liked also. Oh yeah, look at that. That's like a movie gun right there.
And you know what's crazy? These aren't like laser etched. These
How
are
much is
hand
this
done by a
arabesque?
gentleman in Italy. They are freaking. The dude
Oh,
is.
oh, the
I
arabesque
mean,
is
he's
30
booked
grand.
up. Yeah,
Okay, listen. I
yeah.
think I'm changing my request, Vince. Uh, I'm changing
Yeah, you
my
gotta ask
my T and
Vin.
E
Nope, too
request to
late,
the
man.
to the.
Too late. You're
I
getting
need the
you're getting
arabesque.
a Walther P22. You're
Oh
getting
no
one
no
magazine
no.
for your G22.
I think it was actually, now that I'm remembering, I think it was
Mhm.
the arabesque that everyone was like, Hank, you got to do a test on that, see how many rounds.
Yeah, there's like
Fine.
100,000 people were asking you for that, if I remember right. Right.
Yeah, shout out to Vanessa Kitty who's out there. She says hi all. Those look nice. 42 Chill says nice Q5. And Armament and Axis says if I spend 4K on a gun, it better have a giggle switch.
The giggle switch God gives you when you're born, and it's an internal thing, and it will activate your giggle switch, but it won't give you a giggle switch.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to bump fire. Is what I can say.
Yeah,
If you want
yeah.
that. That's not, listen, considering the work. Like, look at that. I mean, that arabesque. I mean, come on. How
And
much work
again,
what goes
it's
into
not
that?
a generic thing. There's a
Yeah.
handful of them made, and
I like the
we
the
met
vent.
the
Go
gentleman
ahead.
who does that. I wish I could
Hmm.
remember his name. He came and visited, and he
Is it
showed us
is it
how
on
he
the
does the
site?
work.
Let's see. Is it
What's
on the
that?
site? Is it on the site? Uh,
Let me
let's see.
take a
I'm gonna put
look.
this
And if
back
it's
up here.
not,
I'm gonna put this back up here. It says to enhance functionality, a dynamic performance trigger has been introduced. This dynamic match trigger with superior characteristics of reduced take-up, trigger stop, trigger reset. At its wall, flat face aluminum trigger shoe breaks like glass at 5.5 pounds, adding yet more of best gun features, exhibition grade Caucasian walnut. Oh, some Caucasian walnut. Uh,
oh, it's rude, especially in this
that's a,
climate.
no.
So the guy,
So that is that
it's
walnut from the Caucasus Mountains?
so
I
on
want
the
that
arabesque, all
Caucasian
parts have been
walnut.
coin finished
Mhm.
and then
Where
adorned
is
with
the dude?
exquisite full coverage engraving, completed with 24 karat gold
Oh,
inlay. The world renowned
oh no, that's
Dario Cortini is the guy's name.
Dario
So
Cortini. Okay, yeah,
yeah, and that is gold
uh,
inlays in there. It's
yeah,
God, that's sexy.
yeah. What am I doing here? I'm pressing the wrong buttons altogether. There we go. Yeah, those are really nice. I mean, that thing. How many of those do they even make?
I want to say the arabesque It may have been 10
Yeah.
tops, if that.
So let's see. The
I mean,
Patriot we
because
looked at.
that takes him so long to do. I mean, again, he's doing it by hand.
Yeah.
But some of the other models were able, and again, none of those vintages are going to look identical because of the way
Because
that
of the finish, yeah.
nitride finish is done. Yeah.
I could tell you the reason why I really like the vintage is that the vintage comes across great in photos. It comes across great
Yeah.
on camera. I mean, that is what you guys should use for a lot of marketing because that thing looks good.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, that looks good. The
It's the
entire
one
combination.
of those guns in that higher, that are out of my tax bracket. That's the one that I would save and buy.
Hmm.
I mean, I wish that was part of the 30-day money back guarantee because I would put my name on the refurb list for that thing.
Right. And then you convince someone that they hate it. You're like, "No, listen, you hate that
Right.
gun, man.
Worst gun ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll move.
Send it back.
Move, and I'll spend every weekend in whatever city they live in convincing them that they made the wrong choice.
No, I like all guns. There's 1911s that are finished like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, those are great
Jesse
guns.
James makes some really nice looking. Like, I don't know how well performing they are. I don't know much about the brand, but some of the custom work that's done on his guns, I saw one pop up on my Instagram feed. It's like, wow.
Yeah, and you'd be lucky if you could
custom.
buy. You'd be lucky if you could buy a Jesse James for $4,000. Good luck with that. I don't. It's not gonna.
All right.
His stuff is probably closer to $30,000. You know.
Dude, you seen that new model he just dropped, the Bullock?
Oh no, is that for Sandra Bullock? No.
I'll
be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of Jesse
James.
James. He is not a nice person. He's not a nice person. But I'll. What's his Instagram thing? Is it Jesse James?
Let's see here. It might be Jesse James Customs or something.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy, so I don't even want to.
Oh, he's terrible. I've seen him at SHOT Show.
Really?
At SHOT Show. Oh yeah, he's horrible. He goes out of his way to be nasty to everyone, but at the
Jesse James Firearms.
Yeah, I was a fan of his up until I met him because I think he's incredibly talented, and builds cool stuff, and I respect people that build things. Let's see if I can.
Maybe he just shouldn't be talking to people like what they say,
right.
Never meet your heroes or whatever, but
yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of geniuses or not geniuses, but people who are good at stuff maybe aren't publicity people, and in this day and age you kind of
there you go.
hand
is this
in
the one
hand.
you were talking about? I don't know if that was that
That's not the one, but it's similar. But I just like unique, I guess.
No, I think that he is a craftsman. I can't take that away from him. He's got skills.
Yeah,
Jesse James has skills. But yeah, and the reason because I already knew he was kind of messed up, but I went over there because one of my friends is friends with him. But I was like, yeah,
okay.
It was an interesting experience at SHOT Show. He put I think it was the first time he had a booth at SHOT Show, and so he had all these guns up there, and he put a bunch of yellow Post-it notes on there, like "Don't touch this," and it has expletives on there, like "Screw you," "Don't touch this. This means you." F off. I think that's his shtick. It probably, in his defense, that's his shtick. Some people like that kind of thing out of their gurus, and I guess we could put Jesse James in the guru category. So some people like to be abused by them.
Maybe a reluctant guru. He may not want to be that guy, but he's kind of forced to be the guy, right?
Yeah, I think he totally takes the money for it. So
yeah,
but yeah, he does have some cool stuff. Look at this. What is this right here? Check that out.
It looks like a Sega 12 gauge, but it's not. I don't know what that is. What is that? Dipped.
I don't know. That Curve magazine, is that a 7? I don't know what that is. Someone out there will tell us. Because I
all right, so zoom in a little bit.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
It reminds me, so when I lived in California, I bought my Segas, and they were unconverted. So it basically had the sportier style stock, and where
Mm-hmm.
that trigger is, that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the trigger group, if you move, you know, you basically drilled it out, it could move forward up near the mag well,
Right.
and then you could put the grip where the trigger is, essentially, and it already had the cutouts. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. That's interesting. It looks
Yeah.
AK-ish, but,
Hmm.
huh.
And it's definitely, it's like whatever it is dictatorized because it's like dipped in gold
Yeah,
or
and it's got
something.
a bipod, which always tells you that
Hmm.
nobody's ever going to shoot the thing.
Uh-huh.
And is that
That's
foregrip
nice.
built in?
Is it on a rail? No, it
It
looks.
doesn't.
I think I'm gonna say it's built in. I don't think it's on a rail because that's
Huh.
like a lightweight. The handguard looks really lightweight,
Yeah.
and that's definitely a fluted barrel. But that's weird too, huh? That's a weird
Yeah, I don't
fluting I
know
haven't
what.
seen that often either. So, and in his description here, he doesn't have. Let me see if someone says what that is in the comments.
I'd have put some poisonous endangered wood on that stock. I wouldn't have gone with that wood, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
then again, I
I don't
don't
know.
own a firearms company that makes a lot of money.
Yeah. No, I think you
I'm
want to
the
do the
senior digital marketing manager, though.
right. You know, I mean, that's a start, man. It's a start.
Yeah.
You know, no one can hate you for that. Does like let's say every year or something like that at Walther as an employee, do you get like a free gun?
Like one a month.
You
I
get
can
one a
pick
month?
one. No, dude. We
Oh,
have to
that would be
pay
so
for our
awesome.
guns.
Because I would just I would say like save up like 6 months and go. I'll take a vintage.
Oh,
You
that would be nice.
know.
Huh.
I'm trying to think. You know, I know Keltec gives out guns every like I think it's every 6 months.
Are they hiring senior digital marketing manager? I'm kidding. I
You
like
know,
Walther.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Call them for me.
yeah.
Just kidding.
I
All right.
I could connect you to some. Was that actually Jesse
All right.
James' gun? Let me see. I think that was his gun. Yeah, but it doesn't say there. If anyone knows what that gun is, let us know here. Um, in the chat if you know what that was. If I had the right dudes here, we'd be able to figure that out. So, but you know, a lot of that is like an artistic thing. I don't know if you've seen that in other fields, but one of those things is like, you know, like if you want people to respect you as an artiste, you've almost got to be unapproachable. Have you ever seen that? I've seen other
Right.
people do that similar kind of thing in
That's
the
why
gun
there's a
world.
champagne room,
Huh?
because you want to
Hmm.
be unapproachable,
Okay.
right? I mean,
That's for
you like,
the
hey, leave me alone. I'm rich, right?
yeah. I thought the champagne room was for strippers, but okay.
No, it's for customers. Like, a stripper's gonna go in there by herself. Like, it's not for the stripper; it's for the customer,
Oh, okay.
right? I
Well,
mean,
true. Okay,
I
it's for the
assume,
customer who's willing to spend a
right?
certain amount of money
Yeah,
to
who
go to the
wants to be
champagne
left
room.
alone, right? Like Jesse James.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly,
It's an
exactly.
analogy, right?
Let me ask
Okay,
you this. Let me
we're on the
ask you
same
this.
page.
Let me ask you this while I have you. With these custom guns, right? If someone is buying these, is there kind of like, you know, a white glove kind of treat, you know, with the Meister manufacturer? When you buy these, you know, do you get to come to Walther and get it delivered to you with a whole presentation and everything like that? You any cool stuff like that
Each
going
one
on?
comes with a yacht and a Bugatti.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Sure.
you know, and a credit check. You got to get your
Right.
credit check before you
Uh-huh.
no. I mean, it's the exclusivity of knowing that you have. I mean, all right. So, all right,
Hmm.
which? Let me find that model here. It's,
Hmm.
I think it's the Patriot. It's the
The
Patriot
Patriot.
or the Arabesque.
You want me to put them
I
back
think
up on the
it's.
screen?
I think it's
Hold on.
all right. So the Arabesque, it's the exclusivity of knowing you're like one of. I wish I knew the number that were actually manufactured, but that is the last of the Arabesque. We're going to have other models coming out as well.
This is a beautiful gun, man. I'm just telling you right now. This is a beautiful,
It's
beautiful gun.
ridiculous. I
Yeah.
wish.
That's gold, right? Those little dots in there?
Yeah.
That's gold, right?
Yeah.
Like the little flowers or
Hand-laid,
fruit.
every single one of them.
Yeah, that's a beautiful gun. I mean, you know.
It's something like, and the thing is, it's not designed to be put in a shadow box or left in the safe.
Mhm.
This thing, you could shoot this religiously. You could train with this gun. I mean, it's performance built. You know, despite the price tag and despite all the work that's gone into it, and you're not going to hurt it unless you drop the thing. You know what I mean? And that you may, which is only going to make it look better, in my opinion.
Yeah. If
But,
someone out there ever has one of these, please let us borrow it so we can make a video.
Gonna go ahead and need that, yeah.
Yeah, you know. Or is there one that Walther has that maybe you could bring down? Can you bring some of these guns and we shoot them here, maybe?
I could possibly bring a vintage.
A vintage? Okay, nice, yeah.
Possibly.
That'll be cool.
That's the one I want to see the most.
But no Arabesque, you're saying? We can't get an Arabesque to shoot.
No, I think they've all been sold to exclusive, Bond bad guys, James Bond bad guys. All of them own one of those, maybe.
What's the most expensive gun you've ever come across, Vince, in your life? What's the most
personally?
that you've seen with your own eyes in person, been able to touch?
All right.
Or maybe not. Like, I know some of these really expensive guns you cannot touch, but go ahead, tell me.
It's probably a toss-up between a Barrett 50 BMG and
what? No,
I mean, I'm not.
That's not even. That's not that expensive. The Arabesque is more expensive than a Barrett. Come on now.
A Barrett 50 is more expensive than the Air.
No, the Arabesque is more expensive than a Barrett 50 starts at like around $6-7 grand.
$30,000. Holy jeez.
Yeah, did you not see the price when I was just showing it? We were looking at it.
I did. I blocked it out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It would probably have to be a vintage firearm. All right, and this is not cool, but something I shot at. I went to one of the Red Jacket Firearms birthday bashes, and it was an old school, like, kind of Gatling gun. I think that, I don't know what the value of that thing was, but I'm guessing like circa Civil War-ish kind of area. It was probably that, I don't know. I don't have any cool stories, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. No, that's not bad. That's not bad.
How about you?
Mine, I would say, is, and I was looking it up so I could throw it up here on the screen. The Quigley. You ever saw the movie Quigley Down Under?
I only liked him in Magnum PI.
In that movie,
I like him because I'm from Michigan. I like the Detroit hat and the Ferrari. That's about the only.
So in Quigley Down Under, he had this gun that was like a very experimental gun. It's like a Sharps rifle. I don't know what the heck happened there. Anyway, that gun. I went somewhere and that gun was there. That the folks had that gun on loan, the Quigley Down Under gun.
Okay.
And yeah, that was like that's the most expensive one I've come across.
What do you think market value of that was or is?
Because it was a prototype. So it's a prototype gun that was in a movie. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's in $1 million and above, maybe $2 million. I don't know.
Okay.
I would assume at least $2 million.
So do you think any of the John Wick guns that were used in the movie that may be more customized might be like, hey, this is a movie prop gun, like 10 years from now, 20 years from now might be high in value, or do you think they're all too pedestrian? Like, because I know some of them are not Taylor Freelance, but Terran Tactical, like customized stuff, the Glocks and the SIGs and stuff.
I mean, Terran stuff is expensive. It's not super expensive, but it is expensive.
But if it was used in one of the John Wick movies, I mean,
yeah, Keanu Reeves using it.
Get iconic like that?
I think it might be. I think especially if they like gave it to Keanu Reeves or something, or it was in his collection.
Right.
I think it would have value. We did so. I don't know if you ever heard of a place called Independent Studio Services. They're in
No.
they're in Hollywood, and they handle all the guns on a lot of movie sets. And we actually
Okay.
had them on the show. And so they help arrange get all these guns on the sets and stuff like that. And they have a lot of these guns from movies.
Okay.
So like the Saiga from Firefly, that like 12
Did they
gauge.
lend those to a couple of the manufacturers a few years ago at SHOT Show or NRA? Because I feel
I
like I
think
walked by a booth in 2019 that had a bunch of them mounted, like an
could be.
STI from Wick and stuff like that, and they were
I
all
think
kind
so.
of mounted. Okay.
I think so. So Larry Zanoff is the guy who runs that part of that, and he does a lot. Like he has a TV show and all that. And
Okay.
I know he's at SHOT Show. I've seen him at Brownell's booth at SHOT Show, but I think he does some other booths at SHOT Show as well. Larry Zanoff, really cool guy,
Okay.
and he's the head armorer for a lot of that stuff. So, didn't
I
you?
deal with a couple guys, a couple of
Mhm,
the Hollywood guys out of, I think Glendale might be one of the armorers' place.
mhm,
So here's a weird story. So Walther has been through some growing pains in the marketing and all that kind of stuff since it started Walther USA.
mhm,
And
mhm,
Keanu Reeves is actually a fan of Walther Firearms
mhm.
and had our marketing director back in 2012, 2013 been more on the ball. We might have been able to get
Didn't you?
Keanu as John Wick might have been shooting a Walther.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you. He didn't do any Walther stuff in the John Wick movies at all.
Yeah, I sent one of the prop
Okay.
guys some PBQs, some CCPs, and I think a PPK or PPKS. I'd have to look at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
list,
There
but
was. I
yeah,
remember. Let me see if I could look that
there
up.
was a number of them. They did
Yeah,
some custom work to them as far as like finishes on the slides and stuff like that.
yeah. Walther. Let me see.
IMDBF or whatever.
Yeah,
It's a
IMDbF would
database.
probably
Firearms.
be.
Yeah.
So right here, when I search John Wick, Walther, I see right there, right? Isn't that a picture right there?
Uh,
Uh,
no, I
what is
think
that?
that might be
No.
a HK.
Okay.
Because
Let me
that
see.
comp is way too big.
Let me see if I could just get the where is IMDb? IMDFB, something like that. IMDb. IMDFB. Oh, I think it's IMFDB or something like that. Let's look at John Wick and see. So what was the last one? Chapter 3, or are we on 4?
I think 3.
I think I think we.
IMFDB.org.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pulling it up right now. Let me see here. It's loading. We'll see what Walthers were in there when we get it up here. Okay, so boom. Throw it up here
We
for you
were in
guys.
Deadpool 2. That's pretty cool.
So let's see. Arex Alpha. Yeah, was that one from Deadpool? Let me see. CZ
The
Glock.
Q5 match
Glock
polymer.
19. Terran Tactical right there. Glock. Glock. Heckler. And Coke. Kimber. Sig. TTI. STI. Oh, there you go. CCP.
P99.
PPQ. Some of the
Okay.
bad guys had PPQ. So the bad
And
guys had Walthers.
the dudes from Workaholics did a movie where they were like room cleaners in a hotel, and there was a Q5 match polymer in that thing like a lot. It took a lot
Was
of
that was a
screenshots of
comedy,
that
right? I
thing.
think I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that comedy. I cannot remember the name of it right off the, you know. Yeah, you guys need to. So what you're saying is that Keanu Reeves is into guns? He's got a gun collection? What is happening?
Yeah, he really likes
Yeah.
the PPQ as well. And
Okay.
again, the dude, I can't tell you his name, but he I don't think he's in the industry anymore, but
Hmm.
he dropped the ball.
Okay. It happens, you know.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it takes a lot to make it happen. I think a lot
Sometimes
of
you miss the greatest action film like trilogy or whatever in the history of like
yeah.
mankind.
Right. I mean,
Balls.
Keanu got a KSG in there that was badass. Come on now, you can't let Keltec beat you guys out.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. All right. All right. Listen, we've come up on the 9 o'clock hour. So we probably need to start wrapping this up here. It's been fun, man. I didn't even really notice the time going by. So
yeah.
what I am going to do is have you tell the folks out there, if people want to find out more about Walther Arms, where should they go? What sites, what platforms should folks look at out there?
Best bet is Vincent Mann at vincentmann.com. Hit me up directly. I do kids' parties. I'm a lot of fun to hang out with.
Uh-huh.
I ride Harley motorcycles. I like long walks on candlelit beach. I got nothing. WaltherArms.com
Your name sounds
is
like
the
a
best
filmmaker.
place.
That sounds like a filmmaker's name, by the way.
Michael Mann did
Michael
Miami
Mann, yeah.
Vice and a whole bunch of great
Is he
movies
related
after.
to you?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
alive
right.
as well.
Right.
Um,
Uh, it could be true for all you guys know. Listen, you want to make a
yeah,
movie?
it could
You
be.
want to? I'll make a movie for Walther Arms. Send me that arabesque. Movie done. That's it.
Right? Just
I'll
one?
make a movie.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
I'll make a movie.
unselfish son of a gun.
I'll build a whole movie
Yeah. Dude,
around that
you'd be a
guy.
great action hero, to be quite
I
honest.
think so. I think so, man. you
Would your
know.
van be like hypercolor like shirts? Would it change like when you went from
Uh-huh.
regular, upstanding citizen to superhero Hank Strange? Would your
Right.
van change like
uh,
uniforms or whatever?
my superpower will be pulling the trigger.
Noise.
that would be, that would be my superpower. No, so anyway, listen, we
Yeah.
had a lot of fun here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think we had a really good conversation with Vince. We got to get you guys back on here more often. Hopefully,
Yeah.
when you got some of this new stuff here, you come back on and show us, or come down and do some shooting with us.
It would be cool to come down and visit you, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, take that road trip. I mean, I'd even be interested because of the van you got. It'd
Hmm.
be like, what would it be like to kind of meet in the middle if we could find a
Oh,
range to do stuff at? Because the next product we have coming out might be really interesting as well. Something like that we can talk about. Maybe
yeah,
sign an NDA and we can talk about
yeah.
that
we could definitely
offline
make
and
plans for
stuff like
that.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the
But
road here shortly.
okay,
And I'm always on the road, so we can totally make some plans, and I could
okay.
drive meet you guys somewhere, or come all the way out there and do something.
Yeah, like build a
So
gun or whatever that you won't leave
yeah,
me alone about. I'm kidding. We'll figure it
yeah.
out.
You know, if you want to get a guy who can take his hat off and look super sexy in the factory,
Yeah,
I
I mean, I
mean,
got
this
that
guy right
covered.
here,
I
right now.
mean,
Oh,
not a
jeez.
big deal. We can hang out or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Bases
Okay.
covered, Hank. Took care of it. Just kidding.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Sure, Vince. Whatever you say. For sure. I think we lost whoever was looking. A
Yeah, we
bunch
lost every last viewer. Damn
Yeah,
it.
a bunch of people just threw up a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Unsubscribe. All
No,
right.
no. It's fun. It's fun. Even though I'm really, really sick and have like a really bad fever right now, I can tell you guys. This fever is kicking my butt for some reason. Anyway, it's been fun. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run in the end part of this, and then we're going to come back. And Vince, you're going to leave the folks with some words of wisdom. So I hope you got some. Search
Okay.
right now. Or just make up
Yeah.
something. You're obviously really good at that, being the, what is it? Superior digital master of
Yeah.
something like that at Walther?
Yeah, that's you nailed it. That's precisely
Right.
what it is. How long
Absolutely.
am I going to have when we come back?
Uh, you, as long as you need, leave us with some words of wisdom. I'm going to run in the end right now, and while
You
I'm
have no
talking...
idea what's about to happen.
Oh boy, I don't know if I really want to. But big thanks to everyone for listening to us. We really appreciate you guys. We rip the audio out of this and throw it up on iTunes and all your favorite places to get your audio podcast from. As I said, I'm really,
How
I'm
many
in bad
people are
shape
you going to
today.
add? I don't
I
need
don't
that
know,
big an
man.
audience. I
I
have a
don't know.
huge ego, but that's not the jam, Hank.
I'm in bad shape, Vince. I told you. I told you. Okay, words of wisdom before we get out of here, Vince. What you
Are you
got?
seriously ready for this?
No, probably not.
All right. Hopefully everybody enjoys this.
Right.
All right. This is about kind of how old I am. So you're gonna wrap your head around this, Hank. I was
Uh-huh.
born before microwaves, home computers, cable TV, CDs, DVDs, Laserdiscs, Blu-ray, mini discs, before the internet, cordless phones, beepers, mobile phones, hybrid cars, and airbags. I was born before unleaded gas was mandatory, when gas stations were full service, before video game consoles, caller ID, PDAs, Netflix, and video stores. Before Montgomery Ward's closed its stores, before MTV, YouTube, and Google, before email and text messages, before AIDS and crack were epidemics, before Elvis Presley, John Lennon, and Bob Marley died. I was born before hip hop and rock fused. I was born before iTunes, before download sampling were illegal, before gay could finally have a pride parade, before Michael Jackson was bad, before Thriller, when cops were called police officers and were still the good guys, before every creative kid in school was put on Ritalin instead of scolding the mom and dad for bad parenting. I was born before skateboarding made it to the Midwest suburbs, before fast food was replaced with family dinners or supper, before video games were replaced by playing outside, before television was replaced by babysitter family time. I was born before imagination was replaced with consumption of stuff. Try to smile more than you frown, and to all of you, I wish the very best of luck.
Awesome. Who was that from?
Vince Mann.
Oh,
I
really?
told you I used to be in a band and I've
Okay.
won awards for spoken word poetry. So
Awesome.
that's
Awesome. So
I
is
was
this? Are
born
you on the
before
level
all
here?
that
I don't
stuff.
know. I like you know.
No, for real.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All
that's
right.
Vince Mann.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations. That was awesome, man. I appreciate it.
I'm an
Uh,
idiot.
no, that was great. Armin Access says he's on a rant.
Yeah.
No, that was awesome. I appreciate it. Big thanks to everyone out there. I think we're doing a show tomorrow. If I survive whatever's happening to me, we'll see.
Dude,
We'll see.
I'm like the White Castle of like podcast, like people you invite. Guests. I'm
No,
a
you're
good
awesome.
idea at 3 a.m. when you're drunk and you're like, oh, that's a great idea. Then you wake up the next day and you're like, what happened last
You
night?
are easy to
And
talk to, Vince. You are fun. I actually had a good
dude,
time.
I had a great time, Hank,
Yeah.
for real. I know
Despite the fact
I've
that
been
I'm
an idiot and
dying
stuff, but
right now.
it really was fun, man.
I'm telling you, I had cold sweats before I came out here and did this.
All
I had to
right.
like take a
Well, I'm
shower
glad you
and
kept the appointment, man.
yeah, Lola was like, I don't know, whatever I have just like came back in a second wave and hit me. But Armament and Axes appreciates it. He says he wants to know the name of the band. You want to tell people the band before we go?
No,
No, he doesn't know. You
because
have to. Hit him up
it's.
offline. Do you have an Instagram? Can people go to
I
your
do.
Instagram? Or
I
you're
have
not
a
putting it
couple
out
of
there.
them.
Oh, do you have one you're
Um,
putting out there?
maybe Vince at Walther Arms. God, I don't remember. Just Vince Mann at Walther. Or
Let's see if I can
man,
find
hang
Vince Man
on.
on Instagram. Is it Vince Man? Let's see.
Cancel. It is Vince_Walther Arms. How about that?
Oh yeah, this one. Is it this one I'm showing right here?
Nah.
Yeah, it says
Yeah,
Walther.
why
There you
not?
go. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, you got more than you even know. You don't even know what you got.
Oh, hey, scroll down just a bit. You got to put
Oh,
that
hold on.
back up because
Wait,
the
wait.
first meme I ever made, it was like
Wait, where
the
is it?
2-year anniversary right there. Click the Oasis.
These dudes?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
going to
gonna.
tell my kids that this was the Beatles, and if you scroll, it says it's the Beatles, and it says I'm going to tell my kids this was Oasis. That was the first meme I made like 2 years ago or something. So.
Oh, look at that.
And then the 4K Ultra HD below that, that's just good humor,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I mean,
Yeah. Now
right.
you all know
Anyway,
why Vince is the digital master of ceremonies at Walther Arms.
I'm
Yeah.
the worst.
Listen, I
You're the
appreciate
best. You and Lowell is the best.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Walther, everything you guys do for us, and you're always fun. You're always
I'm never
fun.
gonna have you on again.
No,
Of
no,
course,
come on.
but,
I'll have you.
let's
I'll
hang it
have you
up.
on.
Yeah.
I'll have you on. And you guys are invited. We'll work it out. We'll make it happen if you guys coming down here and doing some stuff with us.
Cool.
We'll see you guys. Stay right there, Vince. We're out of here. We'll see you guys. I don't know, sometime in the future. We're out. Hold on. Let me. I gotta press the right button here. Almost pressed the wrong button, Vince. I blame you for that.
No, don't. Mom, stop. That's his sister that you didn't want. That's how she talked.
Oh, did I? I don't even know what happened now. Okay, there's going to be a problem on this one. All right, let me see. I'll end it.